The Recap is returning to Ranger Stop Superhero Toy and Comic-Con, November 13th to the 15th at the Holiday Inn Suites across from Universal Studios Orlando, with vendors, panels, and all kinds of convention staples, plus a live Ranger Recap. Join us and this year's guests: Austin St. John, David Fielding, Johnny Young Bosch, Karen Ashley, Steve Cardenas, Catherine Sutherland, Nikia Baris, Christopher Kamen Lee, Melody Perkins, Danny Slavin, Sean C.W. The Recap Johnson is returning to Ranger Stop Superhero Toy and Dan Southworth, Ciara Hanna, and the Power Rangers SPD 10th Anniversary Reunion with Brandon J. McLaren, Chris Villette, Matt Austin, Monica May, and Alicia Perrott. It's all happening at the Holiday Inn Suites, 5905 South Kirkman Road in Orlando, Florida. Please visit rangerstop.com for more information.
Hi there, I'm Catherine Sutherland from Power Rangers, and you're watching Ranger Recap on RVT.
Alright, guys. Let's see. I think I finally got the episode numbers fixed out, so I can finally get this thing on the road once again. Shall we try this out?
Let's do it.
There we go. Crap.
What? I got my sonic screwdriver, what?
Well, the episode number's working alright, but the shelf spinner broke again.
One.
Let me try it again, see if I can get this to work. And... Nope, it's doing it again, just like last time.
Hold on,
Not another VR Troopers.
No, it's not that, thankfully. And
oh, the sonic's telling me it ain't broken. Piece of junk.
Yeah, I'm gonna be ordering a new one after this, because this is getting ridiculous. But in the meantime, well, it could be worse. At least it's not that show.
Fair enough.
I think you guys will enjoy what we got. Take a look what came up.
Oh. Hey, easy. It's big. It's bad. What's worth it?
Agree.
It may seem bad and mean, but you'll think twice once you've seen.
Let's do this, guys.
And welcome back to the Ranger Recap, the only Power Rangers podcast that knows that Ivan's ooze is the purple stuff, and that's why we around here drink Sunny D.
Well,
right.
Or Pepsi. Am I right, CM Punk?
Yeah, but Pepsi cannot unleash the power of the sun.
That's true.
Yeah, you guys thought we were done with the outside-the-box shows. Yeah, I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
There are more Saban shows out there, but let's just pray to God we don't land on... Actually, no. That one show that you mentioned, Shades, that show actually would probably be an Oscar contender as opposed to what me and Matty went through at Ranger Stop.
I was about to say, it's like, don't you dare.
Yeah, I was about to do a Ken Titus there, Matty. It's like, if it lands on Los Luchadores, gun please. like Ken Titus, I'll take him home and you can remand him to my custody. All right, prison please.
Prison please. Please.
And okay, enough adulation. We got to talk about, well, today is a special birthday. something special, something I personally love. But enough about Sailor Moon. The 20-year anniversary of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Whoa, that's loud.
The movie.
Hold on. I went to go play the theme song, and the music decided to play full blast, even though I had the volume down.
Oh.
Take a shot.
Yeah, RVT Entertainment, never without a botch. Let me see if I can fix that again. Nope, it's gonna play full blast. Fuck you. Can't let me have my moment, can you? I tried to do these all nice and neat for you, but no, this thing wants to be a bitch. Fuck you. All right.
If there's any consolation, you'll hear it in the background very, very lower on this end, so...
Yeah.
Kinda, sorta, yeah.
Yes. But yeah, it's my favorite movie of all time. Besides Tremors, Spaceballs, and every other Bond movie except the lesser good ones.
Don't forget Arnie.
Damn right, Arnie.
Yeah. And also, if you think that Matty Jay is going to see Terminator Genesis on Wednesday, give yourself a bell.
Come on.
You earned yourself a cookie.
It's Matty, it's Arnold. That's all that need be said.
Yep.
Let's put it this way. Am I gonna go see Arnold Schwarzenegger's new movie? Is Alex from Tough Enough, the guy that said he doesn't not need the knowledge to be a WB superstar, a freaking dumbass?
Oh, here we go.
And how's that working out for him?
He
just got booted off the show. 15% of the vote. He gone. Justice in the world. But we're not here to talk about wrestling, believe me. I'll go full rant mode on the WrestleCast, trust me.
Oh, I'm sure you will. But hey, you know what? We do have some wrestling involved here, or at least we have some dirty wrestling, considering what happens at the end of this movie. Hey!
Oh. We'll get to that.
We were writing a bit that was going to happen in this particular episode a little later. And we were watching the whole movie. I was about halfway through because I was editing the promo that you had heard at the beginning of this particular program. And I was putting that together while watching the movie in the background. No, by the way, I'm not a nerd. Not at all. No.
No nerds here.
You? Nah.
No nerds here.
No. Also, I see what you did there.
So did I.
Yeah. But yeah, we were just we were doing the thing we were writing, and we were just riffing along to the movie because we're us.
Yeah.
We see that, and it's like dirtiest Megazord in the game right there.
Yeah.
Ninjazord. Woo!
Damn right. And hell, and on the opposite end, Ivan Ooze in that mech form, his face looks like that of an aging Ric Flair.
Ooh. Yeah.
90s CGI. You're swimming in it.
Oh, good God, yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, that CGI did not age well.
No, it did not. Though, one thing I think all of us have had a fond appreciation for, and anyone who's watching this live sees the image I have up, the suits. Those hard armored suits, which actually look like armor as opposed to the spandex we usually see.
Well, they didn't have Sentai footage to fall back on this time, so they had to nut up or shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, speaking of those costumes, let's talk about some movie exclusives. And by that, I mean stuff you won't see in the show, and I'll get the ball rolling. How about those awesome headlights that Aisha had in her helmet and the scanner that Rocky had in his visor? Also, shouldn't Billy have had that?
Well, I think Billy and Kimberly make up for it because they had extra weapons that the others didn't have, like...
oh, yes, the whips.
Yeah. Kimberly had the whip. I forgot what Billy had.
The grappling hook.
The grappling hook.
Yeah. As Kimberly so aptly put it, gotta love it.
That whole scene is like, have a nice trip. See you next fall. Bye-bye.
Yep.
Gotta love
it.
I think the only person I'm trying to remember what Adam had because I don't think Adam had anything.
No, Adam got shafted, but remember, he's a frog.
Don't bring it up. I was a frog. No,
I'm a cat.
I was waiting for that.
Oh, God.
Also, what I'm about to tell you does not leave her while Lady K is not here. Her obsession with frogs started with this movie. Shh, you didn't hear that from me.
What?
Yeah,
Explains a lot, actually.
it does, but yeah, she's not here. If she heard me tell you that, she'd kill me. Legitimately kill me.
Hey. Then we defend her. Say, hey, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, she never wanted that to get out, and I'm gonna be talking to Johnny on Bosch about that when we meet him at Ranger Stop.
Oh,
But
Lord.
I end this here because I don't want to go any further without risking her hearing it.
You still got to get her that Garo gun from Ninja. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Anyway,
You do. And you'll hairball swept kicking their nuts for that too.
Oh, DL actually said Adam was actually supposed to have mastodon ears for super hearing, but obviously that didn't work out. I'd hate to see what that looks like.
I would have had tusks that grew out of the helmet for ramming. Could have speared him like Rhino. Gore!
Yeah, though he does kind of make up with him and Rocky doing that double kick.
Oh yeah. That was pretty
Oh yeah,
awesome.
the double super kick, that one poor
Double rider
sludge
kick.
monster.
Yep. No, it's moving on from that. Of course, we got to talk about some movie exclusive characters. Before we get to the big one, I think you all know which one. How about that movie exclusive henchman that we never see again, Mordant, aka Pig Boy? How annoying was that voice? It's like, I could do that if I want to. I just don't feel like it.
And like, no explanation where he comes from, no reason for him to be there. Like, I understand having a movie exclusive character. He should have been like one of Ivan's henchmen and not just suddenly thrusted in. He was literally Scott and Babu put together.
My guess is that he was put in to sell toys.
Well, that's
But
fine.
I don't know if a toy of him ever existed. But yeah, you're right. Apparently, he was supposed to be Rito Revolto, but, they just never used him in the show.
Yeah.
He was replaced by Rito in season 3.
Which I think was a better choice at the end because Rito was awesome.
Also Sentai.
Easiest Sentai counterpart, Shades. I've actually got to that part in Kaka Ranger. You ain't seen nothing.
Oh, Jesus.
Also, I was gonna say also Sentai footage. That also kind of counts.
Yeah.
That too.
I just kind of think him getting thrown in there
here's
without...
my favorite one. Oh, damn it!
I think Mordant's existence has no rhyme or reason. It just feels off. Like, who are you and what the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah, why are you in this movie? Yeah. Apparently, and don't quote me on this, rumor has it that apparently he was Goldar's third cousin, twice removed and adopted. Of course, this is off a wiki, so don't quote me on this.
Yeah.
Or to put it in joke form, he was his father's
brother's nephew's cousin's former roommate.
So what does that make him?
Absolutely nothing.
Which is what Ivanus is about to become.
Yeah. Either way, Mordant and Goldar played very well off each other, even if he was an annoyance. He had some good lines. I still kind of wish they'd explained him. You know what? You could have said that he was a temp for Lord Zed.
Yeah, I'm not even so upset that he's there. I just want an explanation of how he got there. Like, who is he and what is he doing there?
Well, Rita herself said you can't find good help these days, and there's
proof of that.
Yeah. Anyway, also we since you know who trashed Zordon's lair, they have to go to the distant planet of Phaedos. And if you saw Zordon of Eltar, you know who I'm talking about.
Yes, that loathsome she-devil of a witch.
Dulcea.
Also more. Damn it! I have a good burp for Mordant's best line. The burp.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Matty.
Yeah, but it don't want to come out.
Anyway, yeah. I was watching that scene where Dulcea basically saves the Rangers' asses because they can't fight those Tengu warriors. And I said Tengu, they're different from the Tengas in Season 3 because you know who spit them up.
Yeah, they look different.
Yeah.
They look the same, but they're not.
They're purplish. They're more purplish in the movie, but that could be lighting, but for all I know. But anyway, the scene where Dulcea kicks Tommy's ass, can we just watch that on a continuous loop? I think Tommy today needs a kick in the ass like that.
Seriously. That and I think most guys would also enjoy the scene of her spinning those whips up and down.
Oh, God.
Or as the nostalgia critic put it, up and down, up and down,
Up and down, up and down.
up
Damn
and
Try not to reference Nostalgia Critic in this review. But
you knew we had to eventually.
It is impossible.
Also, for Jason, David, Frank, I got a fail horn for you. Why? That scene.
Which made you look like a wussy.
Yeah, seriously.
Wussy.
Yeah.
Wussy.
Yeah. Anyway, show of hands here. Who all thinks? Actually, well, you probably didn't think of this when you went to see it in theaters. If you got to see it in theater, you lucky devil. But how many of you think that Dulcia's outfit was put in this movie just for the dads who had to drag their kids to the movie had something to look at? Show of hands. Show of hands. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate to quote him, but you win this round, Dulcia. Well, now that we got that out of our system, let's talk about the big guy, the man who literally steals the movie, Ivan Ooze.
Oh, yes. Paul Friedman did a fantastic job on this guy.
He makes this movie. I mean, you know, we all cared about the Power Rangers when we were kids, but now we can't help but focus on Ivan because he just steals the show. I mean, a lot of movie exclusive villains today are one-offs who you could care less about because they're just shoehorned in for teams to fight. But Ivan, there was something different about him. I don't know what it is.
I think it was the charisma and just that pure, just hamminess that he had. I mean, that the one scene that stands out to me, I think, is that scene where he invades the command center and just spouting off all of the things he missed while trapped in that egg. Even though he should not even know they exist. The Black Plague! Boom! The Spanish Inquisition! Boom! The Brady Bunch reunion. Just the way he hands that up is what I think makes him stand out. He's not the, if you took that away, he'd be such a one-note villain, it'd be terrible. But it's that energetic hamminess to him. The way he plays it up and just chews the scenery like no one else.
And he's so crotchety. He even admits, it's like, why'd you have to keep me locked in that egg so long? I'm so old and I got a Charlie horse like you wouldn't believe. Crack.
Yeah, Paul Friedman was just like, he knew what he was doing with that role. He definitely knew what he was doing with that.
Yeah, it's just... And of course, the way he puts Rita and Zed in a snow globe. I love winter, and he shakes it up. So, you want to join these dingle dorks, or do you want to side with me? And then Zed, and God bless Axelrod for having to put up with this helium voice they added in. Don't you dare go on! And they're like, we never liked those dingle dorks anyway. You're traitors!
Well, Rita should be used to that. It's not the first time Goldar stabbed her in the back.
Seriously.
Also, fast forward to the end of the movie. All hail King Goldar. Zed Rita come back. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Okay, speaking of...
I'm not a 90s chick from the UK.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of that annoyingly catchy song, the Power Rangers movie soundtrack was ridiculously awesome. Just let's go over the list, shall we? You had Red Hot Chili Peppers, Van Halen, or Van Hagar, because I'm not a huge Hagar fan, but either way, still awesome. Mm-hmm. You had Devo.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken, man.
Yep, Devo was in it.
I've Got the Power by Snap, which is always a good song.
Well, I think that was no, that one wasn't a remake, but there was a remake of Kung Fu Fighting.
Yes, there was. Also a remake of Free Ride from the Edgar Winter Group. And
it wasn't a bad remake either. I actually enjoy it.
Oh, I loved it. It went with all the extreme sports of the 90s. Skydiving, extreme, rollerblading, extreme.
I think they used Chili Peppers for the skydiving because they used
Chili Peppers for the skydiving, which is the cover of
Free Ride for the rollerblading.
Free Ride was the rollerblading scene, and Van Hagar, as Easy put it, was at the end with the fireworks.
Yeah, and then They Might Be Giants was in there.
Yep.
Yeah, this soundtrack was freaking amazing. It's one of the few times where I could actually own a soundtrack like that and say, yeah, it's Power Rangers, but look, this freaking soundtrack is awesome.
Forget the
Power
front
Rangers.
cover. Look at the back. Look at the songs.
Look at the song listing. The cover means nothing at that point, even if it is Power Rangers.
Yeah, this soundtrack is, dare I say, on par with the '86 Transformers movie soundtrack.
Ooh.
That's hard to
Just
do.
full of tunes that get you pumped up. Needed more Wasserman, but what doesn't?
No, I think he had a couple songs in there.
He did, but you know,
Yeah.
he had more in Turbo.
Yeah, it's true. Well, Turbo, they had a smaller budget and they were kind of more focused on like the sets and everything else, and that was more of a different story. So this was
some
just
of the best songs were on that.
yeah.
Hell, Hope for the World was in that, and we use that for our opener. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Mhm.
But
Then what about the Action Boy insert song? That's
Action
Devo.
Boy now, Action Girl now. Oh yeah, that was.
Devo.
that was Devo at Devo track, and
Are
that
you ready? Steve-O.
oh yeah, are you ready?
That was unintentional.
My wife just got home from her shopping, and she has a Coke in her hand, and it's got that share a Coke, and it says share a Coke with John. You could not have planned that if you tried.
I didn't.
Oh,
I was talking to somebody
This
else
is-
when I grabbed it.
this is why I'm a Pepsi guy.
But
Seriously, if anyone can find a Coke with my name on it, not my real name, but the ENZ, because the real name dies with me, I will review anything you tell me to. If you can find a Coke with my name on it, you know, you will be handsomely rewarded in review form. Good luck. Anyway, getting back to the movie. Why don't we one more thing we gotta talk about: the Zords. The Zord solo fights, because me and Maddie were talking about this earlier, and there was the scene where Rocky was jumping on one of the Morphicons. Yes, that's what the Zords, Lord Ivan Ooze's Zords are called, which I'm pretty sure they didn't get the con name from. Yeah.
I can't believe I remembered that.
I know. There's a scene where Rocky's ape Zord, or what passes for an ape in Kaku Ranger, hint hint, Maddie.
Yep. All the you.
Jumps on there, and immediately me and Maddie were thinking Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
And then, of course, poor Aisha. Karen Ashley, we love Karen around here. Bless her heart. She has her epic line in the movie, "Time to boogie with the bear." And what happens? She gets slammed into a building.
She got no love in that movie, in that scene.
No.
Actually, she got no love in that whole movie. I mean, think about when they were in.
Well, she has
you
awesome
know what?
headlights,
You know
but other
what?
than that, yeah, Aisha got shafted. She had to be saved by Adam during that Ninjetti fight.
Yeah, there was the Ninjetti fight. Like, even during the posing, everyone else did their epic poses, and she does hers, and before just as she finishes up, she's the first one to get attacked. Like,
Aisha,
yeah,
we love you around
so-
here, if no one else does. We love
I
you,
think the
Karen.
director hated the ladies in this one because
no, Kimberly got a decent amount of love. You know,
Kimberly got to wear a cutoff shirt so you could stare at her midriff for half an hour.
that's true.
But you know,
That's true.
you know, people say that Adam got no love.
That's not true.
That, like, in terms of like how he was portrayed in the movie, but I think Aisha got screwed worse than he did.
Yeah, all three of them. The Stone Canyon trio just got no love that first shaky scene.
Yeah.
But
they did.
you know what? We got to give it to Aisha with the final blow, the final low blow.
Yes, she at least got to make up for it.
That, yeah. Also, I love how they know everything. Aisha knew that Kimberly's Crane Zord had thrusters. Say, hit your thrusters. And I'm like, how do you know all this? And then, of course, the emergency button. I'm like, how do you even know that's there? I guess is the morphing grid. That's
Yeah,
my
because I think if you go back to episode like 1 or 2 of Mighty Morphin, where Trini and Billy were like, "Hey, look at this! It's like second nature to me." You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the same thing here. Is that because of the morphing grid, they have a knowledge of how the Zords work, even though they've never used these things before. Like, how else could frickin' Tommy and Kimberly use flying mechs without crashing into the wall?
Yeah, and of course Tommy gets shot the first time his Falcon Zord goes into battle. He's like, "I'm firing some rockets away at one of the Morphicons."
Oh.
And then he get one shot in the wing. He's like, "Crap, I'm going down."
Yeah.
Red Rob in the chat. We have to bring the on lines here. It's the cute pink rangers to the rescue. Goldar. Oh, you think she's too cute too, eh?
Oh God! Oh, just
That line had to have been ad-libbed.
Yeah.
overall, even if you're not a huge Power Ranger fan, this is a guilty pleasure. This is up there with movies like the He-Man movie, Three Ninjas, all those beloved movies we'd rent every weekend. It falls into that category. I mean,
yeah.
you just adore it for its cheesiness. So, without further ado, I think, Matty, it's time we get to our little bit.
Yeah, we got a little
lines.
you got a little bit for everybody here. It's time for tonight's top 10 list. Open that thing up, please. Thank you. All right, now tonight's category from the home office of from the home office in Melbourne, Australia, where they actually filmed the movie, by the way, or Sydney, or well, Australia in general. Category tonight: top 10 best lines from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie. Now, you'd think we've written these things down, and as some of you will have obviously noticed, no, we didn't. They come from the actual freaking movie. Just bear with us on this one. We had to we didn't punch up the humor. They wrote it. We just put it in a list, put it in 10 little slots, and yes. So here we go. The best lines from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie. Here we go, number 10. Ooh, where's my autograph book? Number 9. How about another quack at it? Number 8. Back off, Boulder Breath. Number 7. Taken home in boxes, taken home in cases. If your parents try to stop you, throw it in their faces. Number 6, yeah, Zord, Schmords, I'll crush them like roaches. Number 5, welcome to Jurassic Park. Oh, Adam. By the way, we apologize. The writer was probably watching Jurassic Park while writing that. Yep. Number 4, time to boogie with a bear. Number 3, so Zordon is still using kids to do his dirty work. That would not have flown today.
Phrasing, all the phrasing.
Yeah, would not have worked. Number 2, I'm a frog. And the number 1 best line from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, the Black Plague, the Spanish Inquisition, the Brady Bunch reunion.
I was in the top 2. I'm good.
Yeah. Lady K's line is number 2 on that list. That's her favorite line.
And just in case Hairball's in there listening, this one's for you, buddy. Hold on, we got to make sure. Get over my hand, you stupid cue card. There we go. There we go. Done and done. You may Dave me now.
What was that?
Never mind.
Forget what? Well, that just happened.
Yeah.
Yes. Shall we move on to the main riff?
I think we shall. As we noted in our little pre-show skit earlier, we're doing Beetleborgs tonight. More specifically, we're doing episode 8. Lights, camera, too much action.
Yipper.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to get my episodes ready. Hopefully you got your episodes up on Netflix, Amazon, or whatever fine resource you're using.
Of course, if you have Netflix, you already have it up and waiting for us to say play. So, yes.
And I'm actually setting mine up now as we speak. If it'll...
Same here.
Hopefully
Actually, my player timed out while we were jibber-jabbering about a movie, so...
And unfortunately, I'm going to find a way to set this up because it's going to pick up on the audio. God damn it. Hate when it does that. Actually, wait. I'll mute that. There. Now you guys can't hear it. Fuck. What was I thinking? Then they can't hear the audio. Why didn't I think of that sooner? Wow, I'm an idiot.
Yeah. Also, before we go any further, if you do find a bottle of purple ooze on the counter, don't touch it.
Don't touch
Unless
it.
you're a kid, then you're fine.
Yeah.
Then again, I think those kids got high off that shit. Am I the only one who thought that? Like, the way they were acting?
Well, we were into some pretty gross shit at that age. We had stuff like Gak, Smud, all this Nickelodeon slime crap that we'd play with. And don't even ask me how I remember those toys. It's just, we were into some gross stuff in the early 90s.
Well, I mean, that in and of itself is fun, but do you remember that scene when we're all partying with the shit? Like, that whole party they had? Tell me that didn't look like a freaking
blenders. You know?
Yeah, they were getting drunk off that shit. I'm sorry. I think that affected kids too, just differently.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe it was going to end up consuming them like the stuff.
There you go.
That movie.
Hey, we weren't in disgusting stuff. I mean, what about Ecto Cooler?
Oh, what I wouldn't give for one sweet drop.
Come on, there's a new Ghostbusters movie coming out. You can't bring that shit out of retirement?
Yeah, it'll make that movie watchable.
Oh, Alright, so I think everybody's ready here. You guys ready?
Yep.
I'll ever be.
Alright, let's do this. Big Bad Beetleborgs, Season 1, Episode 8. Lights, camera, too much action. In 3, 2, 1, play!
Beetleborgs. Scary monsters, armored heroes, comic books.
Those were the
miss
days.
the 90s.
Yep,
the
these were the days.
See, this is why I gave this show a second chance. I used to roll my eyes at this in college, but I'm so glad I gave it another chance. And if you haven't seen my review of it, go watch it after this. Okay. Meanwhile, in Pleasantville, USA, I mean Charterville.
Yeah, what are you doing, you lazy prick?
I'm doing my comic book guy impression while you stack all the comic books. Worst workers
Supervisor.
ever.
Supervisor, bitch, please. I'm doing. Actually, I'm gonna stop right there before I get my ass fired on the button public.
Are those green lollipops behind you lime flavored? Because I'll take them all. Oh, hi, Van. Hi, Trip.
Wow, Bulk and Skull would whip you.
Man, Bulk and
Insane.
Skull would pity these fools.
No, Bulk and Skull, like, Season 1 Bulk and Skull would have tipped these guys over and taken their lunch money. All of it.
Seriously. Yeah.
All of it. But then again, Bulk and Skull was rich, and well.
Those were in order, you jackass. Aww.
Also, if this happened today, those kids would have been kicked out of the store by now and banned for life.
Yeah.
You couldn't get away with this shit today.
Show your stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, I would have been scared shitless if my little sister had superpowers.
Oh, with a little finger like that?
Oh, yeah.
Also-
look, she's giving him the finger.
Also, I've always loved how, like, whenever they activate their powers, they have, like, their own mini theme song.
Yeah. And they always do a little hand gesture when they do it.
Yeah, each of them do their own different thing.
Nods.
Ah, here comes the real star of the show.
All right, Nano. All right, the real star of the show.
Yeah.
Man, my comic book store didn't have a couch. Man, this comic book store rules.
Seriously, most comics these days is just, like, small, packed to the brim with comics and boxes, not on shelves half the time. Like,
Exactly.
This is not a comic store that you will see today, unless it's, like, one of the big ones, like Yancey Street.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, did anyone else notice the Sphinx head sitting back there?
I did.
Yeah, Sphinx head, random helmets, geeks paradise, I tell ya.
Oh, yeah. This place is full. Yeah. This place was always known for little Easter eggs like that, if you paid attention.
Hey, you take those George Collins shades off right now.
Oh!
Thank you, Nano.
That's why we love you, Nano.
Also, guy with the bully with the long hair. You hit long hair. Edward Furlong, stunt double in Terminator 2.
Oh God.
Got his ass whipped in that movie.
Transylvania. Does that mean there's going to be a vampire involved?
Oh, for God's sakes! Don't remind me about Christopher Lee.
Oh.
I miss
It's
him.
all right. It's all right. We get someone just as good in this show.
It's not the same.
He doesn't sparkle. I'll take it.
There you go.
Anyway.
Actually, that's a good point. Never mind.
Ah!
Oh, see you in your nightmares.
God. Yeah, Mick Foley, what'd you do to your face? Also, this wasn't filmed in a lot at all. It wasn't a little Western lot that they dressed up or anything.
Oh, bad pun.
Saban 90s writing at its finest.
Absolutely. Oh,
From
so
the
I see you
big-
went to the famous Film School Academy.
Proto Michael Bay.
Seriously.
Of course, it's like, all right, so
So that's where Ben Affleck got his director look from. Needs more facial hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, this legendary haunted house that everyone's heard about in this town. Ever think of that? Wouldn't it be cheaper to actually build a scary house?
Seriously. Or at least you have
Yeah.
a set that you could just work around. Hell, if you want to use that haunted house as a Ford drop, you can use it, but just, you don't even have to go in that damn place.
Yep.
Probably be easier to film in.
Uh-oh.
also Lana before she entered WWE.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's the Baroness and Cammy's love child.
And we need to go after Moose and Squirrel.
Yep. Jara, Noxic, Typhus, how you doing? Okay, we got Cammy Lee and the Baroness here, the Joe Pesci knockoff, and Monster Fat Albert.
Hey,
Though I've heard the guy. I forget who it is that plays. I can't remember his name now. I just heard you say it.
Hi, Vexor.
Ah,
Done the Monster Mash lately?
seriously, that voice. But our supposed mad scientist in there in the center. I forget his name.
Noxic.
Noxic. I know that I've heard his voice in so many other shows now. That's like, oh god, because he's a pretty well-known voice actor. He's done some other stuff. No, I don't think it's Huber.
I don't doubt
Toxic.
it. Oh, so this is where Morty films Long Box of the Damned.
Come on.
And ladies and
I
gentlemen,
can't.
Jay
I don't remember how to spell it.
Leno.
Flabber! Oh,
As
thank
the
God,
man of the
come to
hour.
Save us.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jay Leno. Better half right there.
I think it might be Noxic.
Lily Forrester, if you hear this somehow, please come to Morphicon or Ranger Stop. We'd love to meet you. Oh, here we go, Maddie. You're going to love this part. I miss the pipettes.
What?
Well, that pompadour's almost about to
Forrest
fall
Gump.
off.
Seriously.
Oh, here we go.
That's not, I'm the real Arnold here. You're not the real Arnold.
You suck, McFlabber. Bada, 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 bada.
Hold on, wait. Hey, Flat, that's the Oscar.
You suck, McFlabber.
Yeah, 3 little kids are gonna stop an entire production studio from filming in a house. Good luck with that.
Oh, Flubber, what'd you have to do Nimoy for? Ow.
Oh.
Ow, too soon, man, too soon.
Right in the feels.
Also, I didn't know the lead singer for Three Doors Down was a director.
He does look like him, doesn't he?
I know, right? Thank God I'm not the only one who noticed. Actually, I just got a great idea, guys. What if
No,
Flabber
Doors
is
Down.
Kamen Rider Ghost?
We
We wish.
give that show an Emmy if that happens.
As a matter of fact, it is haunted. You know, the sad thing is they're trying to film another A Haunted House movie here.
Oh God.
Stephen Franks.
That's reason enough for them to stop. Stop them.
Oh, and there goes
Script
my
of Billy Madison 2 is in there.
Oh, comic book.
Look,
Know
Ted
the name
DiBiase's
alone,
let
trust
himself
me, I
go.
know.
Oh shit! Everybody's got a price for the $1 million ham sandwich.
Oh,
And of course, no one else notices this. And it's like, if he was
Fuck
drinking, he would have totally thrown away the booze bottle.
He was like, "Fuck this! I'm going to Slim Fast."
Maybe the lost Karnak answers are in there. Yes.
Ah.
Angela, my boy.
Shino. Paparame.
Don't get wrapped up in yourself there, Fang.
Ooh.
Also, how are the beams of light not poking in and frying him? Look, you can see them right there.
Yeah.
Fangula should have been burnt to a crunchy crisp. Frankie. Oh no. Oh God, Chris Farley's thong! Get it off! Get it off! Get it off! Get it off!
No.
Boy, that Gold Star camera doesn't have much focus.
Done a lot of Power Rangers work.
Is
Boy,
Lady K watching along with you?
Not
Yeah,
really,
that's what
but
I'm thinking.
here's the thing. We actually looked up Noxic's voice actor, Derek Stephen Prince, and this guy has done a shit ton of work.
So
Yeah,
that's
We'll talk
the reason
about
for
it
this
after the
week.
show then.
Yes, indeed.
Hey, we're not doing a sci-fi film here. Get lost. Hit the pine.
Figures the one guy he actually keeps is the actual monster of the week.
Yeah. I hate to think what Joe Bob Briggs would think of this horror movie.
Oh, that poor bastard.
1.5
Honey,
star.
Save it for after.
Don't check it out.
They
Uh-oh. Magnivore jet fighters.
Spirit food, flying food, shitty alien food.
Magnivore food.
SARS. Bear along with us. We'll give you a better movie later.
Oh boy. We're being attacked by B-fighter stock footage. I mean Magnivore jet fighters. Time to bug out. Oh wait, that's not till next season.
Yep.
Yeah.
Beetle Blast!
Admittedly, I love the transformation sequence.
Oh god, yes, that is perfect. Actually makes me wish that someone over in Japan, either, Toei or Tsuburaya, would do a comic book themed Toku.
Oh, because that
Serious.
was
As a
it
reference to
perfectly.
this. Actually, Sakamoto-san, get on that.
Yes.
Dig that techno beat.
Why didn't Beetleborgs get a soundtrack? Some of these background themes are awesome. Hey, whoever did the music for this show, Saban's Masked Rider's full theme got leaked online, or actually put up online by SoundCloud. Can we get the Beetleborg soundtrack too?
Oh yeah, I'd be down with that.
So jealous that guys over at Dance Toku Rants found that before we did. Oh well. Oh well. Monster Truck Rally!
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday!
B-Fighter footage, real footage. B-Fighter footage, original footage. B-Fighter footage, original footage.
See if you can tell
here
the
we go.
difference.
Spot the Toku footage, kids.
You know, I'd like to know how the Japanese actors would have thought of this.
Yeah, why are we
They
kids in America?
They probably would have tilted their heads just a tad.
Yeah.
At some point, that's another thing we do. You know, get the Japanese Juko Beef Fighter actors down here and have them meet their Beetleborg counterparts.
Oh, I wish. Oh, not the craft services table.
No!
And the film reels.
Oh. Boy, this is why we film everything digitally today, so to prevent this from happening.
Yeah. Good film reel. Nom 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 nom.
Mmm. It's like two reelers. Oh.
Film biscotti.
Sacrilegious. Hey, we're not filming The Mask over here. Quit saying smoking. Oh, who's the blonde? Oh, God. Yep, pick the blonde for her looks, not her acting skills. This is Hollywood.
Yep, that's usually how it goes.
Also, Jimmy Hart would have thrown that geekoid out a long time ago for sacrileging the megaphone.
Yeah. Also, honey, can you lose some clothing? This is a Roger Corman movie.
Yeah.
Seriously, this feels like a Roger Corman movie.
Topless, braless, or it didn't happen.
That or a Troma movie. Oh, shit! Whoa. Oh, the pantsing laser. Another staple of Beetleborgs. And not lethal lasers, okay?
Yeah, I'd like to live through the end of this shoot, you know?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
when is this guy gonna...
It's got a refreshing mint flavor.
Eat a Joe's. Eat a Joe's. Eat a Joe's.
At what point does the director realize this is actually real and he's not just filming a guy?
This is the 90s, Shades. They never figure it out till it's too late.
True, true.
Also, Hillhurst now has a skylight.
Also, jump, cut, and shin.
Yep.
I tilt my head.
Should we film the transformation again, Chaim? Nah, just edit around it. No one will notice. Pow, bam, ziff, socko, schmutz. Schmutz?
Fizz!
Fizz.
I didn't realize we were suddenly watching the 60s Batman.
Exactly.
Actually, these sound effects would have fit Los Luchadores much better than Beetleborgs.
True.
So wait. You're trying to make Los Luchadores better?
Well, it practically is 60s Batman.
That is true.
Wrestler.
That is true.
And now
You'll find out.
he's
You'll
got
see in part
the drill
two.
that will pierce the heavens!
Fine, Gorilla Gone Mark.
Damn. Put. The.
I'm acting!
Shame. Hey, Flabber, where you been? I like the way you think, Joe. Uh-oh! Now you tell us. Well, I guess I'll just go on home. Bye-bye, Wayne. It's nap time. But
Also-
Joe, you and I
also-
know there is no film
also-
in this camera. Sorry, Matty. Actually, you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go remake Transformers and then make tons of shitty sequels. That'll make money, right?
Also,
You know-
whoever was handling the camera and tripod, you're fucking up.
Seriously.
Take the camera off the tripod, then carry both. There's carrying
Comic
cases.
book
Shut
movie.
the. Yeah.
And thus, James Gunn created Guardians of the Galaxy. So that's how Marvel made their comeback.
Yep. Coco, dude, you need some alcohol.
Yeah, you better make
Yeah.
Irish up that cocoa. Oh, credits.
Yep.
Hey, Mums, I could use that mic once you're done with it.
Yeah.
And that lighting. Man, look at how clunky that camera is. Reminds me of the one we took to Ranger Stop. Well, you did, Shades.
Yeah, I don't expect that to be coming back this year.
That's what I thought.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the show.
Yeah. Beetleborgs, episode 8. And I would agree. Lights, camera, way too much action. Nah, I'm kidding.
Yeah, they didn't even break out Gargantus for this.
Did they even have that at this point?
I think they did. I think they got it in like episode 3 or something.
Who
I
knows?
don't like that. Yeah.
So I'd have to look at my notes.
Man, I forgot. It's been a while since I've watched an episode of Beetleborgs. I forgot how fun that show was.
I know.
But one thing I wanted to bring up, what me and Lady K were looking up earlier is, that's another thing, a reason why I haven't watched the show in a while. I forgot what Nox's voice sounded like, and I forgot he's actually a well-known voice actor.
Nice.
Yeah, Noxic is voiced by Derek Stephen Prince, who has done a numerous amount of roles. He's actually done a lot of stuff in Power Rangers as well, though there's one role that I think most of us wish he hadn't done.
Yeah.
I think I know the one.
Doesn't take a genius to figure out.
Yeah.
Oop. And for those who are just, it's over your head, just, yeah.
Let's just say there's one general that we kind of hoped had never existed in between 2 seasons. And yeah, he's the voice of that guy. I'm sure a lot of
Yeah.
you guys can figure it out. It just think Zordon era Power Rangers, who's the worst general, I'm pretty sure you can put 2 and 2 together.
At least he had a sexy aunt.
This is true.
That's true. That's, yeah.
But thankfully, Mr. Prince has some other good roles. He had some roles in Digimon. More specifically, anyone remember Demi Devimon, the little evil ball of crazy?
Yeah.
Sure, someone does.
Yeah, I'm sure some of you guys do. Yeah, he was the voice of that guy, among other things. But so he's got some good work to him. Awesome guy.
Sorry, not Venjix, Snoop.
No.
No, not Jen. Not, no. The poor astronomer got stuck with this a-hole in space.
But
Yeah.
but at least DLBot figured it out.
Yep.
Yes, Elgar.
Derek Stephen Prince was the voice of Elgar, and I don't think even he's proud of it.
The one guy you really wish Aisha had the Megazord kicking the balls.
Amen to that.
Oh man. Well, before we get to questions and comments, I believe there was a little tidbit of news someone brought to our attention. We heard through the grapevine, and thanks to Zeltrax, guess who's getting a comic book series?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those guys. And holy crap, looking at these covers, damn.
Yeah, Boom. I think it's Boom Entertainment is the name of the company who's doing
Boom Studios.
Boom Studios doing a Power Rangers comic series. It looks like it's gonna be Mighty Morphin based too, so probably gonna be connected to the movie somehow.
Yeah, it's going to appeal to the super fans of the mid-90s era, and I assume that means us.
Well,
So does that mean it'll be more adult oriented, or will they mention the Sentai or the Roots or something like that? That'd be nice.
yeah, if these guys are fans of the franchise and know like the behind the scenes tidbits that they can kind of throw in Easter eggs like that, hell yes, I am down for that.
Yeah, have them go to Japan and meet their counterpart. It's got to be better than Mighty Murdering Power Rangers.
Hey, I was on Facebook and Dance Toka Rants just gave us a nice little bit of information here, straight from the folks at Saban. This is from the Dance Toka Rant. We just learned that the Dino Charge cast will be doing a Periscope interview during San Diego Comic-Con, and executive producer Chip Lynn will be doing a Twitter chat at the convention as well. Schedule is this: chat Periscope Q&A Friday 10:30 a.m. 9:30 p.m. on Nickelodeon's Periscope at Nickelodeon TV. No word on if it's Eastern or Pacific on this one yet. Cass will be doing a Q&A on Periscope. You could do that's you get advanced questions via hashtag Power Rangers SDCC. The live Twitter chat. The Twitter chat with Chip Lynn will be at 3:30 on July 10th at Power Rangers. Fans can follow the Power Rangers Twitter at Power Rangers and use the hashtag Ranger Chat to chat live with Chip Lynn of Dino Charge. Make sure you tune in to detail for more information is what it says. So there you go.
That's gonna blow up big.
Ooh,
I'm sure someone's gonna post that somewhere. Ranger Crew, Ranger Board. Someone will get a video copy of that on YouTube. Going the legit route, folks. Not saying they're gonna rip it. I mean, they have carte blanche to post that stuff, so I'm pretty sure we'll get to see it eventually.
Yeah, well,
It just makes Comic-Con more desirable.
considering how much of a pain it has to be to go to Comic-Con, you definitely want to have a good reason to be there.
Seriously.
Oh. So, is it time?
It's just about time. I was actually setting up the chat on the laptop because I was watching the Netflix on there, and thank you, tablet, for not screwing up. I finally got the thing on the right app that I want to use. Okay.
The tablet. Can you see?
It's time for Ranger Recaps. Advice for the helpless, or your emails, comments of the week. You can send them at rangerrecap@gmail.com, or you send them on the bottom of the page of the page. Easy makes at the Tokutai website, tokutai.me.
Which actually
Also, I believe Podomatic has comments enabled now, so we'll check there too, just to be safe.
We'll check there, but those are two reliable ways. Let's put it that way.
Exactly.
Hey, I got a tip jar. 350 in the chip tip jar by my birthday. We riff an episode of Masked Rider. We're not looking forward to it, but it's for a good cause. Keeping the show
Randomizer or otherwise.
Yeah.
Yes. And a big thank you to Evil Reverend who donated $150 just before airing the 300th episode of the WrestleCast a couple weeks ago. So a big thank you for that. And links in the description of the audio, the recording, all that good stuff. And that's the thing. Shall I begin, or I don't know. What do you want to do there, John?
Well, tell you what. Let me go ahead and give you a reminder of the rules for if you're going to send emails and comments. So that way you guys can be ready on that. And then we'll go from there. Also, we've got 2 emails from Zeltrax, so we're going to have to skip one of them because the other one's like really old, like back in May.
It is.
But just remember, guys, when you send your emails and comments, Toku questions only. Keep them limited to that. No outside stuff. No, if you're going to ask questions, no more than 2 to 3 questions per comment. And no versus questions. We got a tournament. That's all we need. We don't need to have a who would win against who. We do that enough.
Besides, we always call audibles on that anyway.
Half the time, yeah, definitely. 1 email per episode, and please try to keep your comments as brief as possible. Though definitely don't hesitate to give us your feelings on things.
So we're gonna do Zeltrack's most recent. So we begin with Solar Star, I believe.
Yes. You want to take that one, Matty? Or actually, this is a long.
I will. And before we do anything else, this is so old. We didn't. This is our very last full episode was an RPM riff. So keep in mind this is where it began, and a lot of news didn't happen yet. So keep that in mind. And if you don't like it, well, hold on. I never have a button ready for this.
I got one, Matty.
Go ahead.
Sorry
About your damn luck.
luck.
Beer money. Also, if you don't like the fact that we're reading very old emails because we haven't had the chance to read them,
Well, sir, if you're having a problem with our customer support, you can call 1-800-EAT-IT.
We don't even have those.
hashtag you're welcome. Soul Star kicks us off first. Soul Star here, and I'd like to point out that the randomizer seems to be favorable for the most part. Don't want to jinx it, but good luck. It doesn't last forever. It's been good to us so far. I'm not complaining. Yet. And don't worry, folks. When it comes to Mass Rider, we're killing the randomizer if it gives us that. But if we do get the 350, it won't be from the randomizer. We are picking an episode that we believe is riffable.
Yeah, bearable.
You know, we're not just doing episode 1 because fuck those 2 shows.
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
Been there, done that. You don't want to. Believe me, I'll want to choke the Dex actor by the halfway point.
Oh, God.
Anyway, as for the Dino team-up, it either has been filmed in absolute secrecy or may not be getting it. Time will tell.
Though, truth be told, I think recently Saban Brands did show off some trailers that had footage from the team-up movie. Ooh, if you're gonna tease that, you better be ready to follow through.
Neo Zeltrax was sighted. Now, we don't know if he actually is going to be Zeltrax or if he's going to be called something else. But if he is Neo Zeltrax, then hope to God they got James Galen back to do his voice. Same thing with Kerrigan Mahan if they got Neo Goldar, but I highly doubt it. I believe it when I sees it.
Yeah, but if you're gonna tease that, Saban, you better be ready to follow through. That's all I'm gonna say. You screwed us over once.
The Legendary War.
Speaking of Mass Rider, before I keep reading, I'm in the chat. Deal about big invasion of Leewood. That episode needs to be burned.
Oh God, we'll put it in the maybe pile.
Yeah, it's a case of we're putting everything in the maybe pile and we're going to pick one at random at that point. But anyway, we're not watching through those before we go live with it. Let's put it that way. On to Bulk Ranger versus Cocker Ranger takes Alien Rangers out and beats Overdrive with a pipe.
Agreed.
Akashi Boken Red was the chief and he quite lived up to the title, and of course being recognized by one and the only Akaredo. Sasuke Ninja Red was another example of wearing the red but not leading the team. He gets points for starting off as a slacker and pervert and becoming a badass ninja. Sakura Boken Pinko was a rare instance in which Pink Senshi is the most serious and level-headed. Tsuruhime Ninja White is the actual leader of the Conquer Rangers and the first female leader in Super Sentai. Fuck yes.
Hell yeah.
Agreed.
Also, she's got experience in that type of field, and you know which episode I'm talking about, which one they were referencing.
Yep.
We're not gonna go into too deep because it's only a 2-hour show.
Save it for the review. My review.
Exactly. Yeah, your review. So I must say, I'm looking forward to how you handle that piece of Toku knowledge.
We'll see.
I think we both know what I'm referencing here.
Yep.
Let's see. Let's just say she set the bar really high for female Senshi in general. Looks at Fuka. You got a long way to go, honey. Sota, Boken Blue, He was a tech geek for the most part. Saizo Ninja Blue was essentially the comic relief. Yep. Natsuki Boken Yellow was the poster girl of the Genki girl trope that would normally be the pink senshi and not very bright upstairs. Seikai and Ninja Yellow was essentially a big guy and was a black hole for a stomach, like the recent red senshi.
I think all
about
Seikai
you,
did was eat and hit on girls.
Believe me, folks, I miss my black hole. I do. Anyway, let's see, where was I? Not Masumi. Boken Black was the loner and found a place where he truly belonged, while at the same time being a father figure to Natsuki. Jiraiya was literally the cowboy of the team and would often speak English. That's with an I, for those wondering. AG Boken Silver was literally a vegan that would stuff his face with veggies and nevertheless symbolized hope. Ninja Man was more or less a sixth ranger, even though he was officially classified as an extra hero. Hurting children will this really cause him to go berserk, and not in a Dudley Do-Right voice.
I think that's the one thing that was missing from. I think that was the one thing that was missing from the Mighty Morphin movie. If it had Ninjor, it would have been perfect.
Oh.
Yeah, we need to bring Ninjor back somehow. That's another thing we kind of hate Super Mega Force for. We know they had Ninja Man. The Gokaijers had Ninja Man, but they didn't use Ninjor. I mean, you didn't have to get the exact same person to come back to voice it, but, it's not hard to do that voice.
Seriously, I think most of us would have forgiven it if it wasn't perfect. Just give us something that sounded like Dudley Do-Right, and trust me, you would have gotten it.
Yeah.
Ninjor could have gone back in the temple.
Hurting children, after careful consideration, I'm going with Cocker Ranger due to ninjutsu. By the way, keep Natsuki away from the mechs.
Oh, yeah, she tried to drive it herself, and needless to say, it wasn't good.
You know what? There's so many jokes about stereotypes we can make, but we're stepping away from them.
Yeah, and the obvious women drivers joke, but we're better than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We think.
Yeah. Questions? Do you think that analyzing the body language of the Senshi is essential for creating a Power Ranger counterpart?
I would think to some extent, I think it's definitely helpful. I mean, the last thing you want to do is have a super serious Red Ranger and then his Senshi counterpart end up being like the super playful type. Because you definitely don't want to run into that problem. But...
Hi, Tyler. How you doing? And Tommy. And in White Ranger form.
Yeah, Tommy and Co. do not seem like the kind of group that would click together. Though they did a pretty decent job getting around that, but it had its moments. But you definitely want to be careful of that. So I would say that you definitely want to get at least a decent idea of how the Senshi act, so that your Ranger counterpart is at least around that area. It doesn't have to be exactly the same, but close enough.
That's why more actors and actresses need to study their Sentai counterpart to get the motivation. I'm sure a good chunk of them do, but they need to have it down to a science, like our boy Yoshi Sudarso, because he freaking nailed it.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, and number 2, how should battle chatter be handled in your opinion?
Oh, there's a topic we talk about a lot.
My opinion, less is more, but there needs to be some banter.
Yeah.
There's show the people there's personalities, not just people in suits kicking other people in suits. You know what I mean?
I think screaming your attacks needs to come back in a small way, because say what you will about Tommy's always going, yeah. We bought it when we were
kids. It gave us the epic feeling. It always felt like he was really giving it his all.
He's not swearing.
Yeah, he's not swearing.
Fuck you, Disney.
It made you want to go kick some ass, but when you see the guys like the Samurai Rangers and the Megaforce Rangers, John on, while they're fighting the grunts, it's just like get me the hell out of here. Or someone want to kind of wish these helmets had a silencer on them, kind of like Skype, mute your audio when you don't want to hear shit.
Yeah, I think chatter between the Rangers and the Monster of the Week is one thing. That tends to be pretty fun, but when you're fighting the grunts, you kind of need to keep the chatter down to a minimum, because it just doesn't work.
That and having someone say one word in attack, like, good example is when Jaden used the samurai cannon, aka the big sword. When the other 4 put their discs inside, they always had to say something like, "Hope this will help." And each one said one word, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
Oof.
Nobody does that. No one talks like that.
I think the only Sentai series that did anything like that was Go-Go 5 with their roll call. And even then, it was done well.
It made sense there, but...
Yeah, but this doesn't work. You got to know how to do it and when to do it. That's the kicker. You got to know how to do that. It just...
Less is more.
Yeah.
But until then, less is more. You know, and the thing is, the music doesn't help. I mean, I know they're trying more lately with Dino Charge, but you know, having that epic orchestral music of the post Zordon era, like in Lost Galaxy and Lightspeed, really heightens it.
Mm.
A good example is kind of like when who was it? I think it was either Leo or Carter got their Battleizer. And the music playing in the background was just awesome. It wasn't the theme, it was this orchestral sound, and it was really good. It was a horn section, but you'd know it if you heard it.
Yeah, also, if you guys are trying to find Matty, he apparently is having some tech issues, so he'll be back here in a minute.
Yep.
But thankfully, we're at the end of his email, so I can kind of cover for him in the meantime. But yeah, also, do we really need to have the word people shout out fire every time they use their cannons?
Yeah,
Thank
you lost for a few minutes, so that recording's shit.
Whoops.
Oh.
I dropped off for a few seconds.
Oops.
Guess who's going back on the YouTube to get audio to them tomorrow, folks? I'm this idiot right here.
Oh, that sucks, dude. Well, thankfully, I've got the recording on my end here going, so, well, the recording for the YouTube, anyway. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, do we really need to hear fire every time they have to fire their guns?
Nope.
Yeah, seriously. It's like, everyone's like, fire. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, I thought you were going to use it as a hammer. I thought you were going to use the butt of the gun to hit me with it. You're shooting something with it?
Seriously.
Stop the presses.
Pork cube stew!
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, something random like that is fine. Or you could call out the name of the weapon. That's always a crowd pleaser. But just don't make a habit of it.
Yeah.
Or, you know, you could totally go Arnold Schwarzenegger where they all go, hasta la vista.
Yeah, calling out something, dude, but like every time they have to yell out fire. Yeah, Overdrive was the biggest guilty party of that. One of the many reasons we hate Overdrive so much.
Well, you know, call it cheesy if you want to, but at least in the 90s, the Mighty Morphin team and subsequent other teams had a grip on pop culture. They would inject humorous lines in when they could.
Yeah.
But they knew their limits. But every now and then, it doesn't hurt to hear a line from a movie you've seen a million times.
Yeah, or something, you know, just, you know, you can have a line or two. I just think the word fire in and of itself gets old after so many times.
Yeah, you would have some corny dialogue during your fight. Just keep it in moderation. We don't have to hear you talk every 5 seconds to stay invested in the story. You know how you stay invested in a show? Good storytelling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why Chip is doing such a great job.
Anyway, I think we've complained enough about that.
Yeah.
And killed enough time for it to allow me to get into the recording, back into the recording again.
Yep.
And as we're going, more emails are coming in.
Oh, great.
Wow.
Guys, you missed the cutoff date. You're SOL.
Yep, so
We said 8 p.m. Eastern, not 10 p.m. Eastern.
Seriously. So, well, we'll move on. I got Nikolai up next.
Yipper, that's yours.
Yep. And he's actually calling you out, Easy.
What?
He says, yeah, I'm being petty, but I feel I need to remind Easy that in the very first few minutes of RPM, Dylan Pickles doesn't remove his gas mask until he confirms the air is breathable, so RPM Red's excuse is very fitting in Samurai on why he doesn't demorph.
That's not the point. The point is,
No,
I'm sorry, I'm calling bullshit on that.
Yeah, your argument is invalid, sir. Even I disagree with that.
I refer you back to the clip of Galaxy Quest. Hey! Is there air? Is it breathable? Is the air poison? You don't know!
Now, his other argument, though, actually does have some validity. I also like to pair with it that since he crossed dimensions, he may not be able to remorph. Actually, there's an episode that validates that. Remember when Dr. K and Ziggy got caught in the cave? Because he demorphed and she couldn't recharge his morpher, he couldn't remorph to get her out of there. So
that makes a little more
that
sense.
one I'll give them. I'll give them.
I still think it's bullshit that when he got hit by the monster, he didn't demorph. That is bullshit, right?
Yeah, that doesn't excuse him.
And of course, I counter that with another thing. Then why did the Samurai Rangers, if that's the truth, then why didn't the Samurai Rangers think of that when they came back? It's like, oh, we met your guys and everything. Couldn't Dr. K have brought something to help him?
Yeah, they're and very few of the arguments work. I mean, I understand they could not get Ika Darville to come actually be on set. I get that, but you got to come up with a better reason. That's the argument we're saying.
Yeah.
You could have gotten a look-alike, a stunt double to put on the Scott Truman jacket, put on a fake fro wig. I mean, come on here.
Even if we don't get a face shot, something would have worked. And then when they morph, have just arm shots and stuff like that. You never actually see him. He holds out the morpher, and then they cut to the standard morphing shot, the stock footage, and people would have accepted it. It wouldn't have been perfect, but I guarantee a lot less complaints would have been had.
Still, it's not as bad as who they got to do Steven Skyler's voice as.
And yes, Jonathan Johnson, yours did come 2 hours late.
Yeah.
Better luck next time.
Yeah, they ask in the chat, did mine come? Yeah, you're a little late.
Anyway, as I still stick by my earlier argument, I don't care if you're Jesus Christ, Tommy Oliver or not. You get hit with an attack that big, your ass demorphs. That's just bad writing. So, sorry, still not good.
Still not giving it to him, but
yeah, good effort. Have some steak.
Yeah, and he also comments in here like, now on to after the show. This was on TV? When? Where? In my area, I think I got Fade to Black as my premiere and like 2 other episodes. RPM was a short season, only 3 episodes. No wonder Power Rangers were canceled. Yeah, trust me, I think we were all on that kind of page, man. Yeah, RPM, that shows you how much care, Disney had for RPM. And again, this was like in space. The only difference was Disney cared even less. I mean, if you really want to know how RPM was treated or how RPM was handled and how Power Rangers was handled by Disney, go watch Linkara's History of Power Rangers on RPM. He pretty much spells it out for you. And if any of you spell out soft, I'm going to kick your ass.
Also...
Damn it! Stop! Get out of my head!
Also, it wasn't just Disney that was the problem. My local station did not air the Kids Network. They aired basketball on Saturday mornings or football or whatever sport that was on. They cut it off right before they got to the Power Rangers block. So I didn't even get to see it.
Yeah,
I got a couple episodes and then they just quit. So that's why I switched over to Dragon Knight.
Yeah, so
showing that.
A lot of people got.
Folks, the power of the almighty affiliate station right there.
Yeah.
So you're not the only one who got shafted.
Mm-hmm. So that is it for me. Matty, you get to get Demetrius Walker over here.
Yep, this is a response to an earlier comment concerning wishes of a night-themed Sentai instead of the just knights as a theme. It could be based on a general RPG. The Rangers can be based on a basic player classes, knight, mage, sharpshooter, etc. Wait. Sharpshooter? You mean Bret Hart?
Oh, God. I think he meant Archer.
Archer.
Not that Archer!
I think I know where he's going with this, Matty. I think he means something like Chrono Trigger or Final Fantasy. Yeah. One of those kinds of RPGs where you don't know where exactly it's taking place. I mean, is this on Earth? Is this on another planet? Is this in the past? Is this in the future? It's ambiguous.
Yeah, though I think he's kind of something like Tolkien-esque.
Yeah, Tolkien-esque. And their power source can be colored dice that provide various powers, weapons, abilities, as well as allowing the Rangers to switch between each other's classes, as well as subclasses. Their mechs can be comprised of modern day vehicles, each one providing armor and gear that that acts as a different form based of corresponding classes. Antagonists can be evil sorcerers or sorcerai, who or sorceresses. I don't know, who deploy their familiar like monsters. This is the basics of my idea. If you want more details, you could always entertain you and listeners with story gimmicks, etc. Unless you would like me to stop, in which case I could come up with some other comments.
Well, you can always send us, I don't know, we have never had a chance to really look at like some of the like people's ideas for stuff. I've never had a chance to like sit down fully and read a lot of these, because we've had other people send us ideas for their own Sentai teams in the past. But definitely, jot that stuff down. Hell, if you know some people who can help with story writing, hell, make a freaking fanfic out of it. Trust me.
Yeah, seriously.
That'd be some cool stuff. By the way, DL Bot, I just have one thing to say to you, sir. Dave!
You know what? The only
Spelled
person
it,
described as soft is the guy that played the Black Ranger in Operation Overdrive. You know what I'm talking about. And that's it.
Let's not even go
Let's
there.
not get back into that.
Anyway, I do like the idea, and I love the effort our fans put into these motifs and ideas and stuff. You guys are smart.
Yeah, you guys definitely have some brilliant ideas in your heads, and if we could channel that somehow, that'd be freaking brilliant.
I honestly wish I ran Saban, but my last name isn't Saban or Levy, so.
Yeah, sorry about that.
So, seriously, if I had any pull at Toei or Saban, I'd help.
And of course, the chat starts spelling it out. Hey!
Oh, come on.
I warned you. If you guys started that shit, I was gonna kick your ass.
Next question.
Let's
Next
move on.
email,
Yeah,
come on.
Next email.
We're walking.
And it's Exion.
Yeah, Exion's up next, and he gave us a big one on this one. We got a novel here, folks.
Oh, boy.
Here we go. All of a sudden, Exion appeared.
No stories.
No stories. Now, instead of a rating, because I am just now getting around to Dino Charge episode 3.
Where have you been?
Yeah. He had a full play. That's why I've been so late watching Dino Charge at the same time. The series this was based on Kyoju is one of my favorites, mostly due to the fact that I was actually the first Sentai series I actually was able to keep up with. Also, the Dino Charge theme is actually kind of catchy. The villains are amazing, and the tech, don't even get me started. And then it happened. Recently, I had a family crisis, not going into detail, but let's just say someone made a huge mistake and ended up pulling what I like to call a Power Rangers Turbo.
Ooh.
Like I said, complicated. Moving that aside, makes the motions of moving to a small box from one side to the other. Wow, guys, VR Troopers. Was wondering when that would actually be addressed by the recappers.
Won't be the last either.
Hey, wasn't our call.
Also, I don't remember smacking Beetleborgs around, because he's calling me out for it.
When did you not see my review of Beetleborgs?
No, he's calling me out. He's calling me out. He said I smacked Beetleborgs.
What?
I gotta go back and double check that episode because I don't remember doing that, but okay. And I think this episode shows I love Beetleborgs. What the fuck are you talking about?
Hey, opinions can change.
Yeah.
I'm still getting shit from my top 10 Power Rangers screw-up video I did 6 years ago. People are still calling me out on that. It's like, yeah, because my opinions didn't because my opinions from 2009 to 2015 don't change.
Yeah,
right.
Seriously.
Jonathan Johnson in the chat. I like Turbo.
Teach his own.
Good for you.
Teach his
Better
own.
than Overdrive. Better than Overdrive.
That's true.
That's true. I guess if you're gonna pick one of them as a guilty pleasure, at least it's Turbo, not Overdrive. Anyway.
Yeah.
I happen to accept that the series was not bad as the only Kamen Rider adaptations. Saban tried their hand. Wait a minute. I think you got your names mixed up, sir. I was smacking Master Rider, not Beetleborgs.
Oops. Typo.
Oh, I get it. He was saying, I happen to accept that this series was not as bad as the only Kamen Rider adaptation Saban tried their hands on. Still mad at them for that, and we'll never get over it anytime soon. Dude, you're not alone.
That I was about to fail horn him.
No, he spared.
Normally I would agree about that, but normally I would have agreed with that until I found the show that's, and I will go on record by saying this, worse than Masked Rider. Yeah. The show me and Matty are reviewing, I would gladly. Seriously, it makes Master Rider look like a masterpiece, folks. I'm not even close to kidding.
Yeah. Also, I told Easy this, but a funny thing happened a few weeks back. I was at a local non-Goodwill thrift store when I came across a Mystic Morph for 50 cents. It was missing the 8 and 0 buttons and needed some new batteries, but now it's working almost like new. Nice.
Nice find. I'm jealous.
Indeed. Also been really busy getting Exion ready for its release on Tumblr. I want more people to know what I am working on and also to chime in ideas for the areas around the world. Now, on to Power Rangers tidbits. Easy, you will love this one. It involves the guy who played the big boss villain, big boss villain from Time Force, Rancid. Rancid, yeah. Dude, I'm gonna tell you right now. Yes, we already knew this.
You don't know Matty Jay very well, do you?
Let off some steam, Bennett.
Actually, he was gonna pull out this. Did you know that he was the second of the He was in the second of the Mad Max films, The Road Warrior.
Indeed, he was. Yeah.
Yep. Actually, I knew that before I interviewed the man.
Yeah.
He was Wes. He was Wes. With a Z.
Wes. And he did indeed get beyond Thunderdome.
Boom! There we go.
Also had that bitchin' mohawk, which was awesome.
Hey, hell, I'll do you one better. Do you realize that in the episode Movie Madness, that was the whole reason for his getup?
Call back to Mad Max 2. Yep.
There you go. Yeah, that's why he was driving on that car.
Road Warrior, as it's called over here.
Yep. So yeah, we did already kind of know about that, and if we hadn't, then Carr did kind of mention it.
He did.
So trust me.
I still kind of wish that he had gotten a cameo in Fury Road, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Now, on to questions. Now, since it was announced that Shout Factory is thinking of bringing more Sentai stateside, what are your thoughts? Easy, you don't have to answer because you are my source on this one. However, here is my response, thanks to Captain John Sheridan from Babylon 5 Season 4. I count, during the Earth Gov-Lev blockade, I count this as American Meitoku. Yes! Well, considering that if that means we've confirmed that, Zoo Ranger did good and that we can get more of that, shit, let's do it.
I'd sleep a lot easier if I could see some sales figures from Zoo Ranger, because I haven't seen squat.
Yeah.
I hope it has sold well. I mean, we've all got our copies. What's your excuse, guys?
Yeah, I know. I got mine.
I know I got mine in store, so...
Yeah.
I was going to do an unboxing of it, but the footage I had for it perished with my power surge, so
yeesh, I hate that.
So
finally, what other
now. Also for my reaction, I got this one right here. Oh, thank you, Ring of Honor. Thank you, Honor fans in New York City.
Send me that after the show. I could use that as a button.
Yeah, I will. Sir.
I could find some use for that. Anyway, moving on. Finally, what other ninja do you guys like? Mine is the Metal Hero Jiraiya. Gotta love that optical magnetized light vacuum sword.
Ooh.
I gotta go with my boy Ryu Hayabusa from the Ninja Gaiden series. I'm not talking about Sigma or whichever those Xbox games. I'm talking old school Tecmo NES 1987-88 Ryu, because that game was the shit.
Yeah.
That whole trilogy was fucking awesome. Hard as hell, but man, it was still fun.
Favorite ninja?
Yeah, favorite ninja.
Besides Sentai.
Damn it.
You can use turtles if you want to, Matty. I don't think they don't.
I will go with the boys from the Turtles from the original movie.
Ah, there you go.
Live action movie. Ralph's wearing like a New York sailor.
Yeah. Damn!
Speaking of little bit of offside story here. Well, I picked up the DVD to the movie, or so I thought. It was like a four for $10 deal. So I had a couple of other. I was like, I picked up Daily Show, picked up a couple other DVDs I really wanted. I needed a fourth, and I saw that movie up there. And I was like, all right, here we go. Here, pick that one up. I get home, put the DVD looks weird. TMNT. I'm gonna put it in. It's the Warner Brothers logo, and it's the TMNT movie from
The CGI one.
Yeah.
That
Honest
must be
mistake.
disappointing.
Hey. It could have been worse. You could have gotten 3.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Didn't
And
Saban make a turtle show and there was that 5th chick turtle? We don't talk about that here.
believe me, DJ Omega gave it a good whipping. In some cases, literally phrasing.
And no, I'm not reviewing that show. I don't count it as a toku.
Then DJ, like I said, DJ Omega did a great job. Also, people why aren't you more pissed? I said, listen, I got the Daily Show Indecision 04, where it was funny as hell to watch. Got another movie, a Bond movie. I actually picked up Man with the Golden Gun on DVD.
Good.
So I'm like, hey.
Good man.
And they had these those collectible box sets that you get, like, for example, at the end of the season, they say, here's a DVD box set of the Chicago Blackhawks going all the way to the Cup. Well, I got that one from Vancouver 2010. A little bit of sentimentality there, so picked that up. So, hey, I don't mind. Hey, the only thing I lost is $5, and I got a good-ish movie out of it. And the other 3, I'm happy with. So I'm not extra pissed.
Yeah. All right, we need to pull ourselves back here. We're going off on tangents. Hell,
Yes.
I've completely forgotten, like, what would my favorite ninja be? I can't even think of one.
That's all I was trying to give some time there. But
Yeah, unfortunately it backfired and failed miserably. Sorry, man.
it's okay. I'm sorry too.
Anyway.
It's okay.
Pick one from an anime, Shades. We all know that's where the route you
Yeah, I had to think of an anime that had, like, really good ninja, but I can't even. And unfortunately, the only thing I can think of on that regard is one that does not fit here. We're not going to talk about that one, because that don't count. Those are not ninja. I don't care what you say. Those are magicians who claim to be ninja. Moving on. Also, finally, funny comment about Power Rangers and Super Sentai. Anyone else feel like they're going to bust a gut every time a Red Senshi does something out of place for a hero?
If you're talking about the anime pratfall, then no. but yeah, yeah. Unless it's the one where all 4 of them are on the ground struggling to get up, then no, that's a trope.
I guess he does that thing. He also goes on to plug his Tumblr blog again. He's like, I bet his story's gonna be on Tumblr now. Read at your own risk, yada yada yada. Sorry, dude.
That sounds inviting.
Links after the show, you know the drill.
It's Tumblr. You think about that for a minute.
Okay, no links after the show then.
Yeah. Anyway, Matty, you got Supernova.
Hey guys, Professor Supernova here, and you'll know why soon. So 2 months since I've been here, let's get down to questions. 1, can anyone theoretically use the Morphin grid?
I don't know.
What would an encounter with Thursday and Space Dandy be like? Honestly, I don't want to think about that.
I don't think any of us want to think about that.
No.
Nope. And let's see, where was I think? And lastly, in reverse on what Solar Star asked you guys last time. What if Diabolico? What if Diabolico? Damn paragraphs, people, it helps.
I think what he's asking, what if Diabolico instead actually took Ryan by force, and as revenge, to find his son, Captain Mitchell became a demon hunter? And how would that turn out?
That actually would have been kind of awesome.
Oh yeah, that'd be badass.
Well, I'll tell you this one. That's the Mitchell movie I'd watch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mitchell. You get the point. Now the tournament Mega Ranger will be close by. Curious for either Go 5 or Go Buster. And John Ranger, not just because I have more gadgets in a Zubon, but because it gives me you have to fight the ninja enemies as well. Now that you guys don't have the gimmick yet,
that gives you guys all the entertainment, but red, all but red, because that's mine and these data drivers. Essentially, PETS as the main interface. They come with the 3 slots and 4 writer chips. And no, not the band. You get Ancient Elemental, Fisher, and Bite. And more combination, you tries to defeat the foes. Is he describing a thing?
I think he is.
Probably. Skip it.
Lastly, some jokes. Black Star Ninja, make it happen. Drive the Kamen Rider off a cliff, or insane either or. Lastly, you see Faye and Fudo of the Max of the Yu-Gi-Oh world. See you next time. You sent it for the Galaxy thing.
What is going on here? My Skype is being weird.
Same here. Matty, you're coming in a little weird.
I know, right? I don't know.
Okay,
what
good. It
the
wasn't
hell.
just me. I was getting worried there for a second. I thought it was on my end.
Yes, same here.
Check 1 2 1 2 check 1 2.
All right, sounds like it's coming in better now.
Skype is being fucky tonight, folks. I don't know why.
Yeah, I think you guys mostly heard that pretty clearly, but who knows? Also, I think I found the reason why this email was so badly written. At the very bottom, it says sent on a Sprint Samsung Galaxy S3. He tried this whole email out from his cell phone.
Ah.
Yeah, I don't know why, folks. Our Wi-Fi is being my Wi-Fi over here is being well, not the Wi-Fi. The connection's being addicted.
Well, it's coming in better now. You're good.
Yeah.
Hey.
Moving on.
Anyway, next up is
Nate. I got him on this one.
Yep.
Let's see. Hey guys, so here are my questions for today's recap. 1. So I recently rewatched all of Kamen Rider Kiva, and I have to say it is my favorite Rider series. However, I noticed that it did not have a crossover with Decade. Instead, Decade crossed over with Kamen Rider Den-O. He knows that all too well.
Actually, Kiva crossed over with Den-O too.
Yeah, but I think his point is that normally the current writer crosses over with the past writer, and while Kiva did cross over with Den-O, Decade did not cross over with Kiva and skipped it for Den-O.
Didn't it? Yeah, technically they did, because who did Decade meet in the first episode?
That is true.
That's right, Koji Sato, who plays Wataru. It was the real Wataru and not that piece of shit kid Kiva. I still hate his guts. I don't care what anyone says.
But anyway, yeah, he says, this kind of made me mad because I wanted to see what happened to Wataru after Kiva ended, like we see in most Rider crossover movies. And I don't...
You and me both.
And just like you, he says, I don't want to get started on how Decade butchered Kiva.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry. I have to read this on the chat there before we move on. Jonathan Johnson says, Naruto's ninja. The rest of the world is going, no, he's not. Super Sentai Hero gets the win on this one. He says, ninja as a toaster.
Okay, then.
Anywho.
Yeah, I agree. Kiva deserves... I hope they start doing 10 years after movies for Kamen Riders, because I would love a Den-O one and a Kiva one to get some closure. I'm right with you there, pal.
He also says he feels it got the Time Ranger treatment, since Time Ranger preceded Gal Ranger, and the Time Rangers did not even appear in the Versus movie.
They did the Super Sentai movie because of the 25th anniversary thing. They were going to do one with Time Ranger, but they decided to make the Versus Super Sentai thing instead because anniversary. But yes, it would have been... I would have loved a Gal Ranger Time Ranger team up.
Yeah, so that answers that half of his actual question. So he says, my question is, why do you think this happened to both of them? Now, the question is, but in both cases, it's really an anniversary thing. Though the question is, why did Kiva get skipped for Den-O?
Because Den-O was insanely popular at the time. The Taros, the kids ate that shit up. They're practically like Pokemon. The kids couldn't get enough of them. They're like, well, I said it in one of my reviews. They were like the Teletubbies. Kids couldn't get enough of them. So my guess is that they were capitalizing on Den-O's still successful thing. That's probably why Kiva did a crossover, because Den-O didn't cross over with Kabuto. Kabuto didn't cross over with Hibiki. So Den-O was hot at the time. They kept
Easy.
milking it for all it was worth.
Easy.
Yes,
Did
Matty?
you compare the Good Demons to Dinky Winky?
I did that 5 or 6 years ago, Maddie. Didn't you watch that review? They're like the mutant samurai Teletubbies. Keep in mind, Japanese kids. Keep in mind what Toku is actually aimed at in Japan, Maddie, and that is valid.
Valid, yes, but that still has
It's-
me tilting my head.
It's a kids show, Maddie.
I
Basically, we're
know.
grown men talking about a kids show. So don't hurt your head over.
I
Anyway.
Moving
As I
on,
was
moving
saying,
on. Number
for
2.
for Cho Den-O and Decade, that's where the franchise started to go from bad to worse. So, and I mentioned that in my review. As much as I love Den-O, they butchered it.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Do you guys think the reason why they are sticking with releasing legacy Mighty Morphin toys is to help promote in some way the movie coming out in 2017?
I don't see why not. I mean,
Makes
that-
sense to
Makes
me.
sense. It makes sense.
Keep
but after that movie comes out, there's no excuse. Move on to Zeo, please.
For God's sakes. And 3. We've seen ninja themed Sentai. Could we see a ninja themed Kamen Rider down the road?
Why not?
Surprised they haven't done it already.
Well, we practically had Samurai with Gaim.
Yeah, right?
See my answer to the last question. It makes sense.
Technically, we did have a ninja-themed Kamen Rider in Gaim, the strawberry form. It was a ninja.
That's true.
sort of. So it's like
he had,
that.
He had the
But, you
kunai.
know, exactly. So in a way, we kind of already have, but I'm pretty sure they'll go the ninja route sooner or later.
Anyway, I leave off with who I voted for the Versus tournament. This was tough. I like both series very much. Kaku Ranger is very good and loved all the characters of the stories. Bokenger was something I never expected to be as good. When you hear about a team of treasure hunters fighting evil, it doesn't seem like it would work. There's one episode of Bokenger that I like very much. It's the episode where Boken Pink and Yellow have to rescue Blue and Black from the monsters of the series. They aren't able to henshin and don't bring any gadgets to help. Instead, they bring assault rifles, had guns and grenades, and are total badasses.
I love that episode.
In the end, I had to give this one to Bokenger. Kaku Rangers are very good. However, most of the time it seems like they were just more filler episodes that had nothing to do with the main story. And when did we get to the main story? And when we did get to the main story for a couple episodes, it would then be followed by more filler. Bokenger seemed to stay more on track with the main story, so for that reason, I picked Bokenger. Both series are very good. I just felt that Bokenger had the better story.
Fair enough.
It seems logical.
You're massaging my ego. I don't like it.
To be fair, Maddie, Kaku Ranger does have a lot of holes in its story. Not plot holes, but just, gaps.
It's
Gaps.
true. I admit it. They have holes. Lots of
Well,
them.
keep in mind they didn't really reach their storytelling stride back then. I mean, look at Z Ranger, for example.
Yeah.
They were laughing at themselves.
Yeah. Before I leave, I just wanted to tell everyone that if there's a con you want to go to this summer, come to the Space City Con here in my hometown of Houston, Texas.
Rub
Where-
it in.
Yeah, where they're having a rare Time Force reunion with every single Ranger from the show. Even Vernon Wells, Ransom himself, will be there. Yeah, I hate to tell you this, man, but you want to know how Space City Con got the idea to do that? From what I've heard in the grapevine, Ranger Stop was already thinking about doing that.
Ranger Stop got ripped, man.
Yeah. I won't name sources, but I heard that down the grapevine that that's what happened.
Unsubstantiated rumors, that's all you got. Anyway, it's funny you mention that because I was in Texas that week and we left just a day too early. If I had known that was happening, I would have found a way to stay and go. But I didn't find out till it was too late. So you can imagine how pissed off I was.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just gonna say this. Moving on before I go decide to choke that duffing
At
up
least
kid.
my buddies are going to be at Ranger Stop. That would have been the problem, though. I like to have it go to a convention where my pals are going to be. Same with
That's
Morphin.
true. Hey, Jason, get the rest of your gang over here, over in Florida.
Please. Hey, Jason and Dan are going to be there. That's good enough.
That's true.
That's true. We got Dan this year. That's the new one. Anyway, Matty, you got LPH next.
And now we're into the relevant stuff here, as it were. So, Matty Morphin Power Rangers movie is turning 20. Man, we old.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah. Welcome
in.
to the club, my friend. Welcome
Yeah,
to the club.
me and
Welcome
Easy,
to the party.
me and Easy have it pretty bad over here. Okay.
Yeah. Welcome to the party over here.
So my question: if Saban was making a Power Rangers movie in a post-Zordon era or Disney era, what series would you guys want to have their own movie?
The obvious answer is Time Force, but the logical answer has got to be Lightspeed because it's the most grounded in reality. I think it would go over well with casuals. For lack
That
of a
and
term.
old C.W. Johnson over here, and thank God I didn't think Anderson again. Will be a bona fide action star with that movie.
And you can't
Teach that.
That.
Bada boom! Realest Rangers in the womb. How you doing?
How you doing?
And folks, this is how you do it. This is how you do End Zone Cast. Not just the soft part, just the how you doing.
And now I'm getting the look from Lady K.
Getting back on point.
Oh, hold that thought. Hold on, Easy. I'm about to get whacked.
Yeah.
Better be ready.
Ow!
Are we done playing around, children? Okay, back to the question. Anyway, as I was trying to say, I would love a Time Force adaptation, but I think it's a little too out there for non-casuals to reach it because that's who you want to go after. Obviously, you're going to get the fanboy money. That's a given, but you got to reach out to the audience who doesn't thrive on nerddom like we do. So that would be Lightspeed would be the way to go. You'd get that Pacific Rim feel with Lightspeed Rescue.
Ooh, yeah.
And if Pacific Rim's any indication, imagine seeing, the Super Train Megazord or, the Solar Max or the Omega Megazord. It's just those possibilities, man. I don't know how you'd fit Ryan's story in there. It'd be a tight squeeze. Or you could just use it as sequel bait at the end of the movie. And speaking of that, we also got to mention that Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, did the post-credits scene thing before it was cool. Hi, Marvel. How you doing? All right, Matty?
Ladies and gentlemen, Goldar. Trailblazer.
Yeah, they were doing the credits scene before Marvel, made it cool.
Mm-hmm.
Marvel totally ripped them off. Anyway, that's my stance. What do you guys think? What Power Ranger season would you guys like?
I could actually see The Rock as in Carter Grayson's shoes for some reason.
Oh, Matty.
No.
Isn't that guy in enough franchises?
Seriously.
He's gonna butcher Big Trouble in Little China for me.
It's either that or Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I know.
I don't see Arnold working there in that role because he just doesn't know. Also, for even considering that idea, I have one thing to say to you, Maddie. Dave!
Al.
Actually, I'd like to see them. Well, I know it sounds lazy, but I'd like to see them bring back some actors from Pacific Rim. I'd like to see Charlie Hammond, who played Raleigh Beckett in Pacific Rim. I'd like to see him in the role as Carter because I think he could really pull it off. And to play Captain Mitchell, Ron Perlman. Get the Sons of Anarchy back together.
Hey, there you go.
Ooh.
Ron Perlman would make an awesome Captain Mitchell.
So
That I
that's
could
it.
see.
Yeah. As far as my end, would have been cool to see Mystic Force do a movie.
Ooh, yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
If you really want an epic movie, one where you can kind of condense an entire series into one, like if you could condense an entire series into one movie, the one series that stands out for me, In Space.
Ooh, yeah.
You want to talk about an epic climactic ending? That battle in freaking Countdown to Destruction? Tell me that wouldn't be a hit.
That or Lost Galaxy, but both of those would be tricky to pull off.
Well, I think In Space less so. I think In Space you could kind of get away with it a little bit better, but you'd have to have a good setup for it.
True that. So that's it's it now. Excuse me, I'm going to have to write a rant about the Divas division. # blank you, Nikki Belletti, the WrestleCast for more. Thanks for the cheap plug, buddy.
And that brings me to Zeltrax.
Yipper.
And he actually wrote this email before going to see Terminator Genesis.
A man after my own heart, ladies and gentlemen.
Indeed. The original movie of MMPR is just a neat AU story, and I'd watch it again any day. Amen, brother. The movie suits were also good, and I wish they kind of redesigned those to be the metallic armor in Season 3. Why didn't they do that?
Seriously?
Yeah.
You had these things laying around. That would have been perfect.
Yeah, then it would have felt like metallic armor. Then you could, even if you added the glitter to that, it still would have worked.
Yeah, forget making just new spandex suits. Add some metallic paint on those things. Keep the coins in. That's your armor.
Seriously.
Would have been
How hard
perfect.
would that have been? And they could have brought over the weapons from the movie too.
Oh yeah,
Drive up those toy sales.
Yeah.
Really gone through.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys heard Lady K said, yeah, those toy sales were really gone through the roof.
They would have.
I also like how Boom Studios got the MMPR license, as they did stories for Darkwing Duck and Chippendale Rescue Rangers a while back, so MMPR looks to be in good hands with them. Ooh.
They done Gargoyles yet? Because if not, they should go after that next.
Indeed. Okay, and he's got a good one for us here. Which is your favorite moment from the original MMPR film? Well, we kind of already discussed that, didn't we?
We did the whole thing. But his favorite, go ahead, you can read.
Yeah, he says his is twofold. When the Rangers morphed into their new suits, and when the Ninja Zord struck Ivan Ooze where the sun don't shine to defeat him.
Ninja Zord, baby! Woo!
Yeah. Though I gotta say, when they first did the morphing sequence, I had to call bullshit because they got the freaking order wrong.
Oh, you're not alone in that.
That it's a nitpick for the most part, but it's like, you're telling me somebody didn't go, hey, there's a certain order to this? I mean, you could have stuck Tommy at the end, you could have stuck Tommy at the end with the Tiger Zord. That would have been fine, but the rest of it, there's a flow when you do the right order.
Also, did they even say it's Morphin time?
Yes, they did. They did.
Okay, just making sure.
I remember Tommy's going, it's Morphin time, so they did get that right.
Also, notice he said White Tiger instead of Tiger Zord.
Yeah, well, I can kind of forgive that.
That makes more sense, actually.
Honestly, yeah.
I wish that had transferred over into the show when they did the new morphs.
Yeah, that was there's sometimes the creative license of the film actually worked in its favor, though other times it kind of no.
Well,
My favorite moment, as cheesy as it sounds, is when Kimberly goes, "Zordon, you're like a father to us," because it's right in the feels.
It is.
Yeah,
it really is.
It is.
You can complain about the Deus Ex Machina ending all you want, but that moment in the middle of the movie is just like, oh, that hurts so bad.
Yeah.
Also, I guess this was before the whole shatter my energy tube Z-wave, all my good will be in all, my spirit will live on, all things good. Why didn't that happen here? I mean,
well, actually, I can explain that. I think I can answer that, actually, because here's the thing. He didn't actually directly attack the energy tube. I think it exploded by other means, and it had a different effect.
Well, how come Zordon's body didn't spill out of the energy tube after Andros broke it, if there was a body in there?
Yeah. Well,
my guess is that, going back to Zordon of Eltar, they kind of mentioned a time warp thing when he trapped Rita. That's my guess. I think he lost his connection to that for briefly, and he got his body back briefly. But
probably.
He was still old and dying. He wasn't going to last much longer.
Yeah, by the way, for those who are wondering, yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was going to say, but for those asking, yes, I have finally seen Zordon of Eltar. Damn, that was good.
I know. He's good.
Yeah.
He's good. You should watch it.
I loved all the tiny little references they threw in there. That was
And Sony Arlen as Diva Tox.
Oh,
yes.
She was
Good
fantastic.
casting.
That
Brilliant.
was Diva Tox, hands down.
Yeah. A lot of people have complained that it doesn't connect to the as a prequel to the series because they changed some things. Did you not read the title? It's supposed to be a reboot to the new Power Rangers movie, not the Mighty Morphin series. They made that.
And it's kind of a prequel to Teenagers with Attitude, which is their own little thing, and they're
exactly.
They have a Kickstarter for the sequel to that little thing, which is going to connect everything. So
There's a reason Zach was white and Jason was black, and Tommy didn't have long flowing hair.
Yeah.
It's different.
It is different.
It's not your
It's
childhood,
Tony.
goddammit.
And
Yeah,
guess
and-
what? It's Tony and Tammy.
Yeah, and if you've seen Teenagers with Attitude, that fan film, that is a huge difference. Like, you will never look at those guys the same way again.
No, you will not.
It does drag a little bit at times, Vinny. I'll agree with that, but with some of it is just beautiful. And the setup for Rita, oh, that had a little bit of Sentai mixed in there too. Not much, but a tiny little tab.
Oh yeah.
There are a few things that were missing, like KO35 and Miranoi. I don't think those ever got mentioned, but other than that, it was perfect.
Well, KM35, yeah, that probably could have used a mention, but I think they were trying to, I think they were kind of limited on how much they had, like how much they could have fit in there. They were already kind of stuffing themselves.
I believe they did mention during that little congregation scene, but it was like I think it was more passing mention.
There were no delegates from KO35 or Miranoi, to my knowledge.
No, there
would have been nice. Even Aurico was there in squid form.
Well, actually, no, I think Miranoi was there, but I don't. Oh no, I'm thinking different. No, I don't know. No,
Enoi, you're thinking
I'm thinking
Enoi.
Enoi, which is weird, which is a nice, odd little.
Praxis and Count Dragon were there because.
Also, Zeron was looking at it going, "Where's Furbus?"
Oh God.
You know he was.
Moving on. Back to the.
Yeah, that's actually it for me. Maddie, you got Jet Cat.
Jet Cat, hey guys, how you doing? Oh, it's okay. We're doing a Power Ranger podcast. How about you? Not sure whether this is after this moment you're discussing the old movie or upcoming film adaptation reboot of Matty Morphin. If the topic is on the 1995 movie, I'll ask you this question. In the movie, Ivan Ooze, by the way, yes, we are. Ivan Ooze goes in the skies to give out free containers of his Evil Ooze compound product to everyone in public. It's a good way to describe it, actually.
Yeah.
Not sure if you're familiar with it, but did you know that in real life, years later in 2000, Nickelodeon released a very similar sounding compound product of their own called Gooze, spelled G-O-O-Z-E.
I think
And was the name of one of the many messy substances rival game show Double Dare 2000.
It does not surprise me. I think I remember all those 90s ones like Smud and Gak. That sounds like something they would write.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet that wasn't intentional. I think it was just a coincidence.
Yeah. Gwinky Dink. I call it Gwinky Dink Goo.
Plus, Ghostbusters predated both of those with the slime that would pump out of Slimer that you could put in him and it would pump out of his nose or his mouth or something. I had that toy. So.
Also, you slimed me.
Exactly.
The only other question I had regarding plot information from the new movie, whether or not you guys think it'd be necessary to include any other supporting Mighty Morphin villains from the show who served under Rita, seeing how the plot synopsis only mentions Goldar as Monster Rita creates gold from stealing gold from the, I believe he knows what he's referencing. I did share it. Unfortunately, a lot of people have debunked it. Here's what's going on. People from the Power Force called the authors, hey, what's your source? His response, fuck you, block.
So, it's a 99% chance that is false.
Yeah.
Because it has not come from an official source either. If it has not come from Ranger Crew or Ranger Board, hell, even IGN would have posted this if it was legit. Hollywood Reporter, Variety, an official legit site. I had my doubts at first because I even asked when we posted this on the recap page, is this legit?
Yeah, let's put it this way, folks. Don't you believe it?
To his credit, though, it wasn't all bad, but
no,
it's doubtful it's real.
If anything else, reading the plot, like I had the plot up and then realized, hey, I probably just scrap it. But the plot itself, if that's the movie, I would give that a passing grade if that was the movie.
Doesn't sound terrible.
Yeah, it's from what I've read. If that's remotely close to what we've read, I'm perfectly fine with it.
Yep. So yeah, but I don't think it. I don't. It's we're not
it
reporting. That's why
smells-
we didn't talk about it earlier. We didn't report on it.
We
didn't
would have
even
brought it up,
bring
but I would have brought it up. I decided against it because we were going a little long on the MMPR movie.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Sorry.
kind of a thing. Shades, I believe you're up next.
Actually, considering that we're not doing the 2 emails that came in late, this will be the last email. And then before we move on to the comments.
Johnson, you're screwed.
Yes, and not only him, there's another one that came in. 2 people.
So
Red Rob, you heard us talk about not doing Jonathan because he was late. Did you expect yours to get read too? Sorry.
Sorry, boys, you're late.
Yep, we got to cut off at some point. But he actually has a clip in here to play, and I'm willing to bet I know which one it is, considering what it's done. So let me go ahead and play this real quick, which I can pull up on my phone. He says, first of all, Kogami.
That's the one.
Yep.
I wonder what that could be for.
Happy birthday, MMPR, the movie! Wow, it's been 20 years. 20 years! You know, I can't help but remember another Power Rangers-related franchise that had a 20th anniversary no more than last year, but I can't put my finger on it. Probably because that anniversary is celebrated with a shitty series that nobody likes to talk about anymore. Maybe that's just me. Anyway, I like this movie. Ever since I was younger and watched this movie, I've loved it. The villain was awesome, the suits were amazing, and overall it was well constructed, though it does have some plot holes. 1, if Isaac can create monsters, why does he need the parents? Number 2, why didn't Ivan send a monster or Goldar to attack the Rangers on Thanos if he knows they're going after the Great Power?
My guess is he didn't have the energy. That's my guess.
Matt,
Maybe
perhaps.
he could only send grunts. It'd probably take more to send a general. But
Possibly.
then again, Goldar can fly, so what do I know?
Number 3, what the fies is up with the time scale? Seriously, Alpha says Zordon doesn't have much time, and yet he lives for a total of 48 hours. That's 2 days. What the fies?
I think he was just being dramatic for the sake of being dramatic.
Yeah, you know how movies are. And now I will quote 2 of my favorite lines from the movie. I would do that, but we already did that in the top 10 list earlier, because
Yeah. We did the top 10 list on both these lines, actually.
Yeah, both of these lines were on that top 10 list, so unless...
We'll take your word for it.
Yeah, it's just say, I'll just sum it up in 2 words. Autograph book and Brady Bunch reunion.
Yeah, those are a given.
Yeah. Now then, on to questions. Number 1. What would you have done to fix the problems with Superhero Tyson?
Everything.
Well, if we're talking the original, really the only major thing that I think me and Easy would have fixed was Kaito.
No, because the whole fake killing thing, that's the first thing to go.
Well, okay, I can see what they were trying to do. I think you could have done that. I just think it could have been done better. I'll agree there.
No, because the whole fake killing thing, you're basically slapping the audience in the face by doing that. What I would have done is I would have had the writers and Sentai be fighting each other, but 9 times out of 10, either one side would retreat, or it would be a stalemate, or villains would interfere, something like that. It would get annoying, every fight being a stalemate, because no one really wants to see theirs lose. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
But I would definitely have kept the Gokai Red Decade fight, because there's that. But also the whole time travel thing, like Kamen Rider 1 and Aka Ranger were Gokai Red and Decade this whole time. And I'm like, what the? Why?
Yeah, that was stupid. That was stupid.
That was completely pointless. There's a lot of problems that need fixing with this movie, but I agree. The whole Kaito thing, that too. I mean, it should have been like, the villains who they all teamed up to beat. It should have been their dying thing. Like they get both halves of the crest or whatever, slam them together before falling over and exploding, and then the giant thing comes to life. No one would have had to pilot it. It could have been sentient.
Yeah, I mean, come on, that much power together? Seriously.
Yeah, the whole Kaito thing is just there's too many problems with that movie.
There is, I'll agree. It's, but out of the Tyson movies, it's still not the worst.
Sad when you
Yeah, serious. Anyway, question number 2. If you were to choose 2 secondary Kamen Riders from any series to get their own movie, who would it be and why?
The end. No, Chodeno episode Yellow does not count. and Ixa. I don't know which one. I can't decide if she should be Otoya or Nago.
Well, I think he's saying like they team up in a movie. Because he says I'd say either Birth and the End, Gills and Ixa, or Delta and Chalice.
That's what I'm talking about. I don't know which one it would be, because keep in mind, Kaito can travel to other worlds. He could travel to Otoya's time or Nago's time.
Well,
so,
yeah.
What it would be.
Okay, I see what you mean now. Okay. Yeah, that'd be tricky. For me, I'm not going to say Excel, believe it or not, because I know you guys are all thinking that. But honestly, I think
you'd want Beast in a movie. You like Beast?
Yeah, Beast. I could see Beast. I could definitely do Beast. Who would I team him up with? That's the question. Who would be a good complement to Beast?
Baron, because they're kind of polar opposites. Baron's a selfish asshole, and Beast is the happy-go-lucky guy who consumes mayonnaise. Like it'd be hilarious. Kaito's going to eat a banana. Nito grabs it, sprays mayonnaise on it, scarfs it down. He's like, bitch, you just ate my banana. Banana. and then Nito's like, lunchtime. Puts ring on.
Yeah, the problem is I have a hard time juggling whether or not you consider Baron a secondary writer or a villain, considering what happens at the end. Spoilers.
I'd say secondary.
Yeah.
Hey, we've had secondary writers become villains before.
That's true. All right. Well, now there you go then.
Sokka's a villain. You're full of shit. That guy is no hero by any stretch of the imagination.
That is true.
Also, why do I have images of the Minions in there? You know, the movie Minions? Banana. Yeah, I'll date myself for that image.
No.
Ow. Did she actually hear that?
Yep. I've got the speakers on, dude. She can hear you.
We move on now.
Yes. Anyway, that's all for now, guys, and let the power protect you. P.S. I look forward to part 2 of you and Matty's review. Easy one, because I like to see you both suffer. Ow.
Well,
thanks for the vote of confidence, by the way.
Seriously. And 2,
wow.
well,
You're welcome.
And 2, well, you both can figure out the other. Wink, wink.
Sarah Carter. Where's my pillow?
How did we not get crap for that joke?
I know, right? But we did the
probably
right
some. Yeah, the pillow one.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
Probably some dipshit on Tumblr complaining about it, but who cares?
Yeah, right. Anywho, that's it for the emails. Easy. I believe we have comments.
Yes, 2 actually. One I shouldn't be reading because it's from an older episode, but what the hell. First one up is from Sandman. No, not that Sandman. Anyway, Sandman says, if you liked Chroma Squad, you should try Knights of Pen and Paper.
Yeah, I've heard of this game. It's from the same guys who developed Chroma Squad. Basically, it's a turn-based RPG. You know, your typical Final Fantasy stuff, but the setting is like an actual like tabletop RPG. That's basically the gist of it. And they just put out a sequel recently. I've played it. It's pretty decent.
Okay then. Well, that's all that for that comment. Last one. Hold on. Where'd it go? I was gonna do the last comment thing, but yeah, I hold in my hand the last comment. And this one's from Chris Ortiz, who I don't think sent an email, right?
Nope.
Okay, just checking. Anyway, hey there, guys. Hope everyone is doing good and well. Today marks the 20th anniversary of the first Power Rangers movie. I thought I'd share my thoughts on my memories of the movie itself. I was 3 when the movie came out in theaters and didn't get to go see the movie until years later when it got on television. I feel your pain.
Yeah.
Now looking back at it years later, while some of the movie hasn't aged well, like the CGI effects for the Ninja Megazord. Oh, trust me, we saw that.
Ooh.
I still considered this to be an enjoyable popcorn flick, and I still watch the movie from time to time. Ivan Ooze, as always, is an enjoyable villain, and it's always fun to watch in this movie. I am indifferent to the bulky suit that they used for the Rangers, but overall, I still enjoy this movie, and it'll be interesting to see what they're going to do for the upcoming reboot. Anyways, you guys keep on rocking, and also great interview from David Fielding later, guys. Well, thank you.
That was awesome.
Thank David, because he was awesome.
Oh hell yes, that was a blast. I risked a lot for that interview, and I am so glad I did because we had a blast with that.
You know what? That's another thing about the Mighty Morphin movie we got to nitpick. That was not David Fielding as Zordon. That was someone completely different. That would have been a good time to hire David back to get some pay, because if you listen to that interview, he kind of got shafted on the pay.
He did.
So poor guy. It's just. Yeah, it's not fair. But anyway, that's all. That's
it. Those, ladies and gentlemen, are your emails and comments of the week. Send them at the bottom of the page of the current episode of the Ranger Recap on tokutai.me or rangerrecap@gmail.com. The rules are on the screen.
Like we said, Toku questions only. No more than 2 to 3 questions per comment. No versus questions. 1 email per episode. Keep comments as brief as possible. But folks, that's not the end. We got one last thing to talk about. We haven't done this in a while, have we, folks?
No.
It is time for the results of the current bracket of the Super Sentai tournament. Folks, it has been several weeks, and yet we didn't get that many votes. I'm kind of you should be ashamed of yourselves. We got 16 total votes, and considering how long it's been, that's sad. It's very, very sad.
Yeah.
But, as you can see, our current battle is Go-Go Sentai Bokenja versus Ninja Sentai Kaku Ninja. And out of 16 votes, with a 75% victory, winner is going to Bokenger.
Sorry, Matty.
The Ninjas did not survive. And even a final vote for Kaku, and just as I do that, another vote comes in for Kaku Ranger, but it's not enough to save it. Yeah.
Thanks for. I do appreciate the thought though, but nah.
Yeah, it was
Good
worth a
try.
shot.
Nice try.
So Bokenger gets to move on, so it's time for our next round. And
Next time on Death Battle.
And give me a second here. I'm going to actually put the link in here right in just a moment. So, and let me do this. So, who's up next? Well, let's start off with our first challenger.
People in the chat calling. I think
They call hacks.
I call hacks.
Well, maybe next time you guys make sure you get your votes in, huh? We'll see. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, our challengers. First up, a once pacifist empire now looks to conquer the planet and turn it into a cold, dark place. A scientist/sage who has mastered his mental prowess as well as every martial art has recruited 5 other martial arts of different styles and taught them about the aura power needed to stop them. From 1987, it's Hikari Sentai, Maskaman! Here's old school for you, folks. 1987. Holy crap! I was still in diapers when this series came out.
I was about.
I was sick.
Barrel.
Yeah.
I was still in diapers too.
Yeah.
I was old.
Fun fact: Kamen Rider Black and Maskman, a winning combination for the oldest of old Toku fans. I mean, that was the shit for them back on Saturday morning.
Mm-hmm. Anywho, let's move on to their challengers. A fallen student from a unique martial arts school now leads an imposing school and plans to release demons to learn their dark arts. To fight them, one of the stages of the Beast Fist style trains 2 young youths, along with a feral child, to fight this new threat. From 2007, it's Juken Sentai Geki Ninja! Oh yeah, anyone who's seen Easy's review of this series knows what's up.
Yes. Guess you could say that those two teams are kung fu fighting.
Yeah.
Oh, we got almost a 30-year gap. 87, 2007, and 2 teams of martial art Sentai are fighting. This is mind-blowing when you think about it.
Absolutely. And if you guys check the description below in the video, whether you're watching the recorded version or here live, the straw poll is open. So you guys can click on that link down there, and you guys can put in your vote for this week's Sentai tournament. In 2 weeks, we will announce the winners.
And if you're gonna write in a comment, and if you want to, and if you're voting and you want to show your work, please do so. Just don't pick which team would win. Show your work.
Yeah,
and
you can send in a comment send in a comment for your explanation, but make sure you vote in the straw poll, because that is how we are determining the winners. We are not counting emails and comments as votes. Bear that in mind, because I know I'm worried that some people might have done that, and that might have screwed up some things. But yeah, if you're gonna vote in the straw poll, and then if you want
email.
Yeah, and if you want to explain your vote, you can do so in an email or comment. That's how we're doing it. Anywho, that's about it. I don't know about you guys.
Yep.
Before we do personal plugs, why don't I give our fans a rundown of what's happening in the next week on RVTV?
All right.
Because I've got a setup for that now. This is what I've been doing every day. This is what I've been doing on my streams nowadays. So anyway, tomorrow night, Matty Jay live. Matty and I will be joined along with TWK and Mike Shell to talk about whatever random bullshit we decide.
Actually, 2 big things are going to happen. I'm going to talk about my first impressions of Saints Row 4. Spoiler. Holy balls, am I tripping? And I'm going to see Terminator Genesis. I don't care if everything else but the theater is closed. I'm taking a bike. I'm going to the theater. I'm going to see that movie. You're going to have my review of it tomorrow night.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Super Sentai Hero, check the description. I cannot link in the chat. YouTube doesn't let us do that. You have to check the description.
Check the description at the bottom of the page, folks. It's under the thing.
Yeah, I cannot link in the chat. Sorry, dude. Anyway, moving on. Thursday night. Oop, sorry if that's a little loud. Riff Down with TWK and the crew. Checking out the latest episode of WWE SmackDown, those unlucky sons of bitches. And then Thursday, I'll be joining TW along with who knows who else, possibly 16 Bit Jeff, but I don't know if he has this yet. But it's Wii U RVT Game Night. And we're going to be playing our first run at Splatoon for the Wii U. So if you have the game, join us. Bring your friend codes. We're going to be hooking you guys up. And then, of course, Sunday, me and Easy are back at it again with another round of Tokurist Live, as we check up the latest, our most up-to-date, can't talk tonight.
Exactly.
Me and Easy will check out the next episodes of Kamen Rider Drive and Shuriken Sentai Ninja, as well as Kamen Rider Black and Gosei Sentai Dairanger, and, of course, the Toku Jukebox as well. And then on Monday, the Rising Sun podcast for you anime fans out there. Our anime podcast will be taking a look at the anime news of the week, as well as the first episode of an anime of your guys' choice. It is fans' choice this week. So make sure you guys send in your submissions to me, gcon85@gmail.com. And if your anime is chosen, we'll be checking it out. And then a special presentation on Tuesday. The online premiere of Metro Night Live, MetroCon's stage comedy show that takes classic Saturday Night Live, Monty Python, and a couple other sketches and recreates them with anime and video game characters alike You definitely do not want to miss this. We'll have a live Q&A with some of the staff and cast of the show. And trust me, you guys are going to laugh. Let's just put it this way. If you guys enjoy the old Celebrity Jeopardy skit, you're going to want to be here for this one. Trust me.
Isn't it?
Ask Lady K. She has seen this. She had laughed with me.
Still, my favorite one was
And yeah, also, I'm just going to sum this up right here. No one expects the Dragon Age Inquisition! Curious yet? Join us on Tuesday. That should be fun. Now, anyone else have personal plugs? I think I've done all mine.
Well, I mentioned the tip jar in the description of the Podomatic link that will be posted on Thursday as per usual for those who just want the audio only. And WrestleCast on Friday. I'm gonna bury Alex more than Tough Enough already did. Oh, you have no idea. I might be more calm, but yeah, I'm gonna ask Teed up to remind me to go full on rage mode on Alex. Yeah. And that's pretty much it. You just plugged my show right there, so.
Also, well, we got a thing, Matty.
That's
Part
true.
2 of a
That
thing.
is true.
Part 2 of a thing. Yep. I'm gonna try and get that out at the end of the week. No promises because I got some other stuff to edit. One of them being my latest YouTube show that has been a blazing success. It has become a worldwide phenomenon in my mind. What's happening in the world of tokusatsu, where I basically give my own little editorials and thoughts about latest tokusatsu news that happened over the week. Check that out on YouTube or on tokutai.me. I posted it's on both. But check that out. Really been loving all the support that show's been getting. It's fun and easy and simple to do, and those are the kind of videos I like to make. But of course, there's also my weekly patron videos that only my patrons on Patreon can see. I get one out every week. It's always something new I'm talking about. This week I just did one on Ultra Fight Victory and the Ultraman X trailer. And please, someone out in the fan sub group, pick that show up. I want to see it. We want to get it on Toku Riffs as well, because we don't get Ultraman doesn't get enough love. But other than that, still working on the Kaku Range review. I don't know when that'll be out. Also, speaking of movies, Matty, well, Matty's probably going to try and get to this too, but July 9th and July 16th, Sharknado 2 Riff Tracks.
Yes.
If you can get to a theater, go see that movie. You will laugh your ass off. And I'm going to go get to
select
one of those.
theaters in major cities. It's on my payday. Like, so
Yeah.
know I'm going.
I got a lift to go see that. It's up in Little Rock somewhere. I'm gonna go try and get to one of those. So if you can get to it, if it's one's happening close to you, then pay the money, go see it. You'll get a good chuckle. But I think that's it. Joke time.
Joke time.
Joke time.
All right. Well, that's all for us here, and thanks for everyone in the YouTube chat for watching along and commenting. We love you guys. I wish more of you were here, but that's me. Anyway, that's it for us for the recap. Until the next time, I'm Easy Rider reminding you that you're only young once, but in Hollywood, you can be you can be immortal forever. Or immature forever. I don't know how that saying goes. Anyway, I got some Hollywood jokes because of the Lights, Camera, Too Much Action episode.
And the movie.
And the movie.
Serendipitous, my friend. Serendipity
It is
has
quite.
been helping us tonight.
It's karma, man. It's the alignment of the world. Anyway, in Hollywood, they get married early in the morning. That way, if it doesn't work out, you haven't wasted a whole day.
Aw.
The hardest thing in Hollywood is to keep the marriage a secret until the divorce leaks out. Hi, Arnold. How you doing?
No.
I was invited to a Hollywood wedding once. The traffic was heavy, so I got there late. just in time for the divorce.
Aw.
A Hollywood bride looked around as the groom put her down after carrying her across the threshold. Puzzled, the Hollywood bride says, "This place looks familiar. Have we been married before?" Didn't like that one, huh? That's all I've got. I'm Easy Rider, reminding you that the fan sub will never die. We are your Ranger Recappers. We'll see you next Ranger Recap. And as always, don't forget to Dino Charge. And, of course, may the power protect you. See you later.